Okay, I think we are live. Hello and welcome to the stream. I am Yan and tonight I will stream some viewer creation feedback again, like I did already in some past streams. Just starting off with a little disclaimer here. First of all of this was sent in by viewers after I asked on Twitter and on Discord for, yeah, if you want feedback, you can send me your stuff. So these people all said they wanted feedback, so that's what they are going to get. And another disclaimer here, I'm just a guy, I'm just someone who has thoughts and opinions. By no means am I some kind of guru who knows it all or some kind of arbiter of quality. Just wanted to mention that to get that out of the way. Alright, and the way we are going to get through all these submissions is I will select them kind of one by one, but not in this order, this is just alphabetical. But instead, to keep it fair, the order will be determined by a random number generator. And I will give every submission a maximum of 3 hours. So we got 8 things to go through this stream. Hello, PhilDev. Okay, yeah, so we got 8 submissions to go through, each taking up approximately 30 minutes, or at least ideally no longer. So we'll be in for like 4-hour stream. That's alright. Okay, so let's generate our first number here and we'll figure out what it's gonna be. It's number 4. Who is number 4 here? Oh, I see, okay. That is Manas and Opendevs. And what is in this folder? Nothing, because what we're reviewing by Manas and Opendevs is actually a website, and I already got the website loaded here. So, this is a website that a Discord user on our channel, by the way, if you don't know our Discord server, join the Discord server now, it's in the description. I'm also in voice chat there, by the way, so if someone wants to join me and join the discussion, you can. And this is a member of our community there on Discord for our game Glitchion that we're making. And he sent in this this website here. That I think, like, he didn't make this alone. One thing I want to mention before we get into this, there are like 4 people that I can see here, and that's Manos, but these guys are also part of it. You don't see me in voice chat? Are you on the Glitchion Discord server? Or are you on some other Discord server? Because I'm talking about the Glitchion Discord server. That is the Discord server of the game that I am making with some friends. And if you join that, then you can even come into voice chat. The link is in the description there. Hello, 890. Welcome to the voice chat. Hey, there you are. Welcome to the server. Okay. So, yeah, of course, the Discord server will not have the stream music, and if you're watching the stream and you're listening over the Discord server, the stream might have a little bit of time delay or something like that, so you might want to turn off the stream audio on YouTube. Anyway, let's take a look at this website and see what it's all about. Let's get some first impressions. Can I also go live on Discord? I could, but I'm a little afraid that it might drain my internet bandwidth a little bit, so that the YouTube stream would have worse quality or something. Yeah, exactly. Alright. join our community, it says, and Opendevs is a community that encourages learning through. Okay, this looks instantly, to me personally, a little bit unprofessional when you have this kind of way of spelling through. I know people use it in like chat lingo and so on, but I would suggest to use like the proper spelling, right? Like through, if it's like an official thing like this, seeing this through kind of already makes me doubt a little bit. Okay, now the design of this whole thing looks kind of nice and minimalist and looks pretty professional, but then this through kind of throws me off a little bit. But yeah, learning through collaborative open source projects. All right. Cool, and then I presume this leads you to the Discord server, which I'm not going to click on right now, but I'm just going to trust that it works. Hey, look at that button, that's cool. It's a cool hover state, like how it grows a little bit and changes color. That's nice. Too much empty space is what 890 says. Yeah, it's kind of like this whole big thing. Maybe the idea was kind of that the Discord server thing is the first... it's the first thing that they want you to see. It's like their main marketing message, perhaps. If it isn't, like if you want to present something else on this website, then you might maybe want to fill it up a little bit. But I think also it's kind of cool that you have like one, like per screen that you fill, you have like one message. That's kind of nice because it really makes for a focused look. Can I check for mobile size? You can check the website, the link is here, but the link is also in the description if you search for Manas in the description. And you can check yourself. I think Manas mentioned that the site is not quite responsive yet, though actually it is. Well, it's not perfect, right? The image is now gone. But it kind of works. I resize this. I don't know if it has a mobile version yet though. I'm not sure. Okay, so what is this all about here? Algebra solver. This project pretends to resolve algebraic expressions in an that would be n with like an n. Maybe get a proofreader for your texts. I already found like 2 mistakes and there hasn't been so much text yet. And there are small mistakes, but like it's nice to have like fully correct English. You know, it makes you look a little more professional. So maybe get someone who's native to the language. And I'm not even native, but like get someone to proofread would be a good idea, I think. Or yeah, just go into some kind of spell check. Though these are like valid words, it's just like that you would have an instead of a for easy, right? Okay, so that's an algebra solver, and you have a meeting scheduler, and you have some kind of cryptocurrency stuff too. Okay, if you're interested to create a cryptocurrency and get involved across the whole process, don't miss the opportunity and join our community. And then you can participate, and those I see are all Discord links as well. I don't know, maybe you should have some kind of sub-page for these things with more information, because it's kind of, or I don't know, maybe you have some kind of GitHub link or something where we can actually look at what it does and so on. Because like just pointing me to a Discord, like there's kind of a barrier of entry that is a little bit higher for joining a Discord server than for just checking out an info page, you know. So I doubt that many people would click on these Discord links. It requires you to have an account and requires you to join a Discord server. So it's probably better to have some kind of sub pages for these individual things if you really want to inform people about what they are and get people interested. All right, and then that's you. That's you guys. You have the GitHub links and website. Okay, so HanWeb has websites. Technology project manager. Okay, okay, impressive. And then a couple others. Yeah, cool. So that's your team. I don't know. Yeah, so for example, here it says, I am the lead developer of Opendev, of the Opendev team. So that's the lead developer, I can tell. Sometimes I can't really tell what your role in this project is. So, like here, it just says you're a 14-year-old boy. Sorry, a small 14-year-old boy. Maybe not the best way to introduce yourself, you know, like in a kind of professional setting. Maybe if you're still under 18, you don't want to mention your age. I guess it can give you some bonuses, as people won't expect such high quality work if you're still under 18, but also looks a little bit odd, I guess. Depends on how professional you want this to look. But yeah, you're all those things, but it doesn't specify what you do for this project, and I guess that would maybe be a little bit interesting. Like this one's the lead developer, you can tell, but like for the others, I guess there's probably a project manager here, and the website owner too, because it's hand websites, but it doesn't really tell me what all of these people are doing except that this is the lead developer. And then you have a GitHub page actually, and it's only at the very bottom. And see, like you have this crypto thing, as you mentioned here, right? You have this crypto thing. As I don't know, could use a little bit more information in the README, I guess. The website for your Opendev. Yeah, that's your project. But yeah, like I said, some sub-pages, some links to get more information, maybe with some infographics for these things would be nice. Would be nice to have a little bit more content in there to understand what it's all about. Okay, and then these buttons just scroll me to the part of the website. I would probably kind of, I don't know, it feels to me like these should be sorted the other way around, like in descending order. They're kind of ascending now, so the first one is at the bottom of the page and the last one is at the top of the page. And it would be nice if these kind of scrolled down smoothly instead of just teleporting. But yeah, okay. Nice short little website. I think a little more content would be cool, especially regarding your projects, because they sound kind of interesting, but it also sounds a little bit abstract at the moment. I can't really tell what it looks like or how it works and so on. And if I want any more information, I have to join your Discord server, so I don't know if everyone would want to do that right out of the bat. Maybe you need to convince people a little more in order to join. Oh, and ForeverLimbo says Grammarly actually checks stuff like the and we'll put an N behind it. So maybe try Grammarly. Of course, I'm not sponsored by Grammarly or anything like that, but if it helps you, hey, you know, check it out. And you say Senyu is fluent in Python, C++, C, and JavaScript's impressive portfolio. I agree. I personally, I only know 2 programming languages, so always impresses me when people know a whole bunch of them. You know, that's yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, nice website overall. I hope my feedback or also the feedback of the people in chat could help you a little bit. And I think that's it for this website. Didn't spend 30 minutes, but I don't really have anything else to say. So if you have any other questions or something to me, you can just DM me on Discord as well. All right, cool stuff. Let's then get on with the next one. And one thing that I should do here is get a new folder, and it's like I am doing like ZZ done. Okay, so that's at the bottom, and this one's done. 7 more to go. So let's generate a random number. Number 7. All right, that is by the Big Mug. All right, and the Big Mug sent 2 things. One thing that's here called Con Mania, but I think it's Coin Mania. Is the actual name of the game. I think it's a game. This thing. Alright, and we extracted a new folder. Cool, then we can remove this. Cool, let me turn off the stream music and let's get into this game. And yeah, the Big Mug sent this game and a devlog, and I will try out the game first and check out the devlog afterwards. 7 hours, you made several in 1 hour each. Okay, so, was that... Oh yeah, that game was made in 7 hours, I guess. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the quality of the game, so let's figure it out and see how impressive that is. With 7 hours. Also, I guess it really depends on where you are in your game dev career. On like what you can do and cannot do in 7 hours. I don't know, 7 hours is a pretty short time to make a game still, especially to have something then like uploaded to itch and everything. So let's see what we have here. Okay, we hear some nice music. Okay, yeah, cool menu. I mean, when I make a game in such a short time, I usually don't even bother with a menu, so it's cool that you did that. And that's by Satvik Gupta. Alright, I guess we'll just hit start and see what happens. Okay, alright, so you can use your mouse. I figured that out. You didn't have to tell me, but you also didn't tell me, so if I hadn't figured it out, that would have been a problem. But okay, so I can click and it always kind of... Yeah, does it always take the same time to reach the position of my click? Oh, and then you get hit by the spikes and you die. Okay, so, alright, so the goal apparently is to collect these shiny coins. Coins look pretty nice. I like the music. Did you make the music yourself? I don't know, but the music's cool. The coin pickup sounds a little bit generic 8-bit sounding. I think you could have something a little cooler that fits with the style a little more. Maybe something with a little bit of reverb. I'm kind of feeling some reverb on this this visual style. Don't ask me why. Maybe it's the bloom or something, but like to me I think that would fit a little better than this totally dry 8-bit sound. Ah, that was quick. I don't really know if the difficulty increases at all throughout playing, or if it's just always constantly the same. Also, maybe it would be a little more interesting if something could also spawn in the center. And I don't mean like coins, I mean the spikes, right? Because right now everything just kind of comes in from the sides. And sometimes it looks a little odd, like look, sometimes a spike just comes in without any warning and sometimes they come in very slowly. I think they should always come in... Oh! I think they should always come in a little bit slowly or with some kind of warning. And it looks a little odd when they just disappear after coming in. Like sometimes it looks a little glitchy, right? Where there's a spike coming in and then it's just like disappearing instantly in a single frame. Also, those spikes, they're not proper triangles, right? Like they have like a little bit of a curve, but just enough so that you notice it, but not enough so that it looks intentional. So I'm just wondering, okay, does whoever made the spike graphics not know how to use vector programs, or what is the issue here with that little bend there? It's a bit strange, I gotta say. It's not a huge problem anyway, but just something I noticed. The coins look very cool though. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else to this game. It's nice that I have this tray render on the player, because that always lets me know where I came from and it gives me some sense of direction. Would be kind of cool to have some more feedback on my clicks, like some kind of sound, and also my mouse cursor. You can change, I don't know if you knew this, but you can change the mouse cursor in Unity in, I think, like the player settings or something. So would have been nice to have like a custom mouse cursor that doesn't look like Windows, right? Like this mouse cursor just reminds me of, I don't know, the Windows operating system or something similar. Like it doesn't feel like it's in your game, you know? It just feels like, yeah, I'm still using my computer, I'm not immersed with this mouse cursor. I don't know if that makes sense. Objectively Big says, I like the simplistic menu and overall minimalistic aesthetic. Yeah, that's nice. Like, overall, it's got a pretty minimal vibe. I see some color banding because the gradient is so subtle. So that looks a little strange. I don't know if you can fix that somehow, but you can probably. Sorry, I will humble down when Jan picks out 2,857 mistakes in my game despite my best efforts. What, bitter? No, I'm not bitter at all. What's that all about, 890? Why do the spikes sometimes randomly blip out of access? Yeah, see, that's also what I noticed. That could be a little better. I don't know, it's probably some kind of bug, maybe because of the short time you had while making the game. And then Nikki says, nice game. Yeah, nice game indeed. Hello Marshy, welcome. Bra, who pressed dislike? Does someone dislike this? I don't mind. It's okay. If you want to dislike this, I don't care. I mean, I'm not asking you to dislike, but I mean, like, of course, like. But if someone does, whatever, that's their opinion. That's fine. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I'm gonna finish here because there's nothing else that I can really see. These particles are only in the menu, right? I'm wondering why. Maybe they were too distracting in the game, but it's cool to have them. Oh, cool. All right, I think I'm gonna quit here because I didn't see anything new. Maybe I missed something. Like, it could be that maybe I missed some kind of controls that you just didn't tell me about. But let's see if you had anything else in stock in your devlog that you made. By the way, the devlog, as well as the link to this game so you can try it yourself, is also in the description. Okay, hold on. One sec. Let's make this a little louder because we want to hear something. Do we hear this?
Hi guys.
Yeah, okay. That works. Is that loud enough, guys?
Hi guys, I'm a game developer.
Is that loud enough? I hope so. Okay. Yeah, then let's just play it.
Hi guys, I'm a game developer and I have been making games for about 3 months now, and it's time to make a confession.
So 3 months, for that time, I think that's actually pretty good for doing it in 7 hours. Like, that's pretty nice. Like, after 3 months of actively making games, me alone, I probably wouldn't have done anything better, to be honest. Like, especially when you're alone. Like, when you're in a team, you can get by a lot faster with more that you're developing, but as a single person who only made games for 3 months, it was pretty cool. Okay, but let's get to your confession. That's an intriguing start to your devlog, by the way, when you're saying like, oh, I have a confession to make. So I'm like, oh, what is the confession? What's the dramatic turn of events here? Also, hi Robert Stark, welcome. Okay, let's hear your confession.
In these 3 months, I've started working on 4 projects and I haven't finished even one of them.
Oh shit.
So a few weeks back, I had just thought, what if I challenge myself to make a game in 7 hours? Yeah, you heard me right. Not 7 weeks or 7 days, 7 hours. That's all I have. That ways I would have my first game, and also it would be a great YouTube video.
See how smart I am.
Before getting started, if you haven't already subscribed, then
Yeah,
do that.
the Big
just
Mug
now.
is the channel. Subscribe, everybody. Link is in the description. Well, link to this video. So yeah.
And like the video. With that said, let's get right into it. So before making a game, I needed an idea. Well, luckily this time it just took me 10 minutes to come up with one. So here is how it goes. Spikes will be spawned every few seconds in the scene, and the player, which is a ball, needs to dodge these spikes to collect randomly spawned coins around the scene. If the player dies, the amount of coins collected will be the final score.
That's pretty
To
much what we
start,
just played.
I'm going to need a plan and write down all.
So, like, it seemed like. So, this is something that I can talk about real quickly. So, when you're really starting out like that, you're maybe like in your third month of making stuff and so on, and you have this exact problem, which is very common, by the way, where someone says like, okay, let's start some project, you know, I have a really cool idea, and then it's just too ambitious or something that's like too big, and you quit, and then you say like, okay, I have another idea though, like some people call this like shiny object syndrome, where you then jump at the next idea and then you just start getting right into it and developing, and then before soon you kind of burn out and figure out, oh, this idea was kind of too ambitious, or it was like I can't actually do this yet, or I underestimated how much work this is. So this is actually a good too ambitious story of my leaf. Dark Peace knows what I'm talking about. It's very common. So this is actually a very good way, I would say, of approaching this issue, and just saying like, okay, I'm setting myself a time limit. I'm making something extremely simple, like this. Let's be honest here, it was a very, very simple game, right? Like you just click and you move and you collect coins. And this is a good way still to like just make something, put something out there that you actually finish, because you know, putting out a small game is better than starting 7 projects and putting out none of them. So a lot of people struggle with that. I think that's a very good way to get out of this problem, is to just make something small, even if it's not amazing, because yeah, okay, this was not like a revolutionary game or something like this. This wasn't something that you could ask for money for, I would say. Like, people wouldn't pay for this. But, you know, you put something out there, you learned in the process, and you also now have something online where you can show to people, hey, look, I made this thing. So I think props for making this choice. I think that was a good choice on your part. And another thing that comes to my mind is maybe it would have been a little like, maybe it would have been possible to keep this small of a scope and maybe just add like one wrinkle that is like a radical change or a big theme to the whole thing. That makes it a little more interesting, because this was a pretty basic game, and that's fine. Like having a minimalist game and something small that you can finish quickly, that's important for this kind of challenge, especially if you're so new. But maybe next time you can spend like a little more time in ideation to figure out whether you can maybe get into some kind of Uncharted theme a little more, some kind of theme that you haven't really exercised before, that people haven't really seen or done before. So potentially you could be a little bit more imaginative and still get something done in the same time. Of course, that can be a little bit more risky, but you know, maybe something to consider for your next thing is to come up with your basic game idea like this, and then figure out, okay, but what could be the big overarching theme, and what could be like different from other games, what sets it apart. Also, there are some people. Are you arguing in my chat, or are you friends or something? Alex says, "You be squirtin'." And Objectively Big says shut up. Do you know each other? Is everything okay, or do I need to kick someone out? Let me know. Okay, friends, unfortunately. Okay, well, if you're friends, then I guess that's fine. Cool. All right, let's keep watching. I just wanted to mention that real quickly. Let's keep watching.
All the tasks that I need to do. This step is extremely important. If you don't have this habit, try it next time when you start a new project. You are going to realize how helpful it is. The first task that I needed to do was to code the player movement. So what I wanted is that the player moves towards the click position and continues to move in that direction until the player clicks somewhere else on the scene. As easy as this sounds, it wasn't as easy to make, especially for brilliant programmers like me who spent about almost 4 hours just figuring out how to make that ball move. And by figuring it out, I mean...
Okay.
So after spending 4 hours on Unity Answers and Discord,
honestly, that's not something, like, if you do this, then actually I think you're doing it right. Like, you are, at this point, doing it like the professionals, honestly. Like, maybe not for this, maybe like the pros know how to do these things again, but things already, but what I mean by that is, some people think like, oh yeah, so professional programmers, they just know everything in their head, like they are like fluent in the language. That means they have every single command and so on already written out in their head, and they just need to type it down. That's not the case at all. Professional programmers also Google stuff all the time and look up things in the reference and in the documentation of whatever software they're using. So this not at all uncommon. Maybe a professional would already know like kind of what direction to go in terms of functions, with maybe like Google mouse point to ray unity or something like that. But like Googling stuff as your first course of action when you don't know how to do something is actually, yeah, I think that's the way to go. It's the fastest way too. I sometimes see people like writing in support channels, like tech help channel on Jonas Tyrola's Discord server, for example, or even writing DMs to me. And no offense if you do, it's fine, like that's no problem. But like sometimes with very basic questions that you can also just Google. So don't be afraid to just like Google stuff before you ask around, or like even worse, before you give up. Quite often you can find things in the documentation with code examples and everything way faster than anyone could help you in a tech help forum or a Discord channel or something like that. All right. That being said, let's move on with the video. I feel like the funny moments are too long and become kind of awkward. You say, yeah, maybe something to take into consideration, to have like a little faster cuts, perhaps. Okay, let's keep going.
So after spending 4 hours on Unity Answers and Discord, I had finally come up with a solution. So I added a Polygon Collider 2D and a kinematic rigid body 2D component to the player object,
okay,
and it could now be affected
That's
by
not
physics.
A Polygon Collider, by
now
the way.
It was time for some coding. First, in the player movement.cs,
that's a funny way of spelling
a
player.
Direction variable, which was a vector 2, a camera variable named cam, a rigid body 2D variable named RB, and last but not least, a int variable named speed.
Yeah, I think this could be like, this part here could just have been a little faster. You could just like the really entertaining game dev YouTubers, like maybe take a, like if you want this to be educational, sure, like you can show this, but you can just say like you need to make these variables and you don't need to like spell everything out. I can read too, so if I want to read exactly what your variables are, I can just like look at it and pause the video or something like that. You don't need to make everyone wait until you have recited your whole list of variables. So that could have been cut a little bit faster, could have been set a little bit faster, I think.
Variable named speed. Then
you have not made a public variable for like a year? Okay, but sometimes you need to access variables from other scripts. How do you do that then if you don't make public variables? What do you use instead? I use public variables. I use them all the time. Nothing wrong with public variables.
Using if input dot get mouse down 0 in the update function, I can let Unity know whether the player clicked or not. If the player clicked, the direction variable will be equal to the cam.screen to world point input.mouse position.
Serialized field private doesn't allow other scripts to access your variable though. That only allows you to use it in the inspector. So what if you need to access something for someone else? Yeah, for inspector I agree. For inspector you can use serialized field private, and I try to do that now too. Sometimes I end up in really annoying situations where I have to make a private variable that I thought would have to be private public later, because all of a sudden I need two scripts to communicate that I didn't think would have to communicate earlier. So then I make things public anyway. But I usually nowadays also start out with serialized field and private. But it's not like a huge mistake if you just make things public, you know. It's fine, honestly. Like, if the thing still works, and especially on a small project like this, that's not a problem.
Transform.position.normalized. Now the game knows which direction the player will move, but we need to add velocity to the player, so it won't just be floating there and doing nothing. We can simply do that by rb.velocity equals direction into speed. Okay. So then I added a trail renderer component to the player, which made the game look a little bit better. The player is finally done. Wow!
Okay. That was a little awkward.
Was to code the gameplay, dodging spikes and collecting coins. I was really worried as there were only 3 hours for
Those are some tiny clock handles, man.
So I just made a spike game object without
any See, this is like, that's what I saw. It's got this little curve here for some reason. I don't know why, but it looks a little uneven and wonky. Maybe you could have just had straight lines. I don't know.
By the way, the spike sprite is actually just a triangle but rotated. No one cares. Next, I attached a polygon collider 2D component to the spike and also created a hit animation for it. I then made several copies of it around the border. At the end of the spike animation,
you would increase the corner verticals. You mean for the trail renderer? I think I didn't notice any hard corners on the during play, but yeah, maybe. You haven't seen the WoW guy meme in years. Well, it's a throwback for sure.
I added an event which disables the spike. Now I just had to re-enable itself once the given conditions are met. Then I created a script in
what is that collision mask at 417? Collision mask. Oh, you mean like this polygon collider? Yeah, that's actually, yeah, that's not ideal. Like you want to reduce probably the vertices on these lines a little bit. You can just click on them and delete them, or you can draw, I guess, your own polygon collider out of 3 vertices. Doesn't need to be like that detailed, and actually you have like this space here. I don't know. It's not great, I guess, but I didn't have any performance issues, so who cares?
Added an event which
it's not ideal though.
Now I just had to re-enable itself once the given conditions are met.
Shit.
Then I created a script inside the spike prefab spike.cs. In the script, I made an array of type game objects which will store all the spikes that I want to spawn. I just set all the objects inside this array to true on trigger.
What does he
What
use?
this
Oh
may do
yeah,
when player
that's actually something I noticed. You don't seem to have like any auto formatting in your Visual Studio. Why do you have to put so many spaces and so on? That must be very slow coding. Like when I open a void or a for loop or an if loop or something like that, um, one thing that you can do is, for example, when you type out for and then double tap, like press the tab key twice in a row, then it just auto completes the rest of the for loop for you, and then you can just replace the variables. But also, when I just type something out like that, you might want to check your Visual Studio settings, because when I type something out like that, it automatically already creates these brackets, like these squirrely, these curly braces here, and these brackets as well, and formats it correctly. And then when I enter, then it automatically jumps to this point here, so that I don't have to put a bunch of space bars. So that's kind of weird. Why you have to do that? Might want to check your settings. It's a
trigger
little
the
strange.
hitbox, the specified spikes will spawn to kill the player. Then I just checked if the player collided with the spikes. If it does, then I destroy the player game object.
That's satisfying to watch the code getting done that fast, though. Maybe it's just for the video. Maybe you just put that, like, made it that way for the video so that it looks so satisfying. The lines are appearing like that. I don't know.
That I made using the Unity particle system. Then I started making a death scene and a start scene, which hardly took 10 minutes to make.
What is that code? Can I pause when it's done with the section? I don't know if I want to spend that much time reading all the code and stuff. I think you can do like a proper code review if you want to. You can watch the video back on his YouTube channel too. But yeah, I don't really want to spend that much time on it, reading through all the code now. Why was he using an array? You don't understand why he was using an array? Yeah, I didn't pay too much attention. Because he's looping through it with a for loop, I guess.
This will do when player will trigger the hitbox, the specified spikes will spawn to kill the player.
Oh yeah, I guess you could just have a script on the thorn itself. Yeah, and then do some like on collision enter for that one thorn and check if it's the player, then kill the player. I guess that's a better way of doing it. Yeah, I don't know why you need all this array stuff, unless you want to do it centralized for some reason, but I didn't really see the reason when I played, so maybe it's just something.
Then I just checked if the player collided with the spikes. If it does, then I destroy the player game object after 2 seconds and instantiate a particle that I made using the Unity particle system. Then I started making a death scene and a start scene, which hardly took 10 minutes to make. Then I added a text UI element which displays the score of the player, and I just quickly took a coin sprite from OpenGameArt.org.
Ah, that's where the coin sprite comes from. Well, it was a good choice though.
I attached a coin script to the coin, which increases the score by 1 when the player hits the coin. After that, I had to make a score system and spawn coins. So how I did this is made a...
So he does know about on-trigger enters, so I guess, I mean, you could have done the exact same thing with the spikes, and then you don't need to have them in a for loop or something. I don't know.
Called coin instantiator, and what it does is just spawn coins randomly inside of a specified area. Now it was time to add some music. I downloaded some royalty-free music from the internet and put it in my game.
That's where it came from. Okay.
And finally, I had a game that I made myself. But right now, it looks horrible, and in the next video, I will show you how I made it look and feel a lot better. That's it for today. See you later in the next video.
Okay, so in the next video, then you talk about like how you, I guess, added post-processing effects and made gave it a better background color and better colors. All right. Bloom saves the day. All right, cool.
Yeah, that was. I know I didn't talk for the whole thing just to not interrupt. No, I just wanted. That was a really cool video only for a few things that were confusing, but Nice.
Yeah, overall, cool devlog. It kept my attention. I think you could speed up some of the coding sections a little bit more. Like some of the stuff was just overly detailed in a way, and it wasn't really a tutorial, I think. So some of it could have been a little more like quickly cut and omitting a few things maybe, and just showing the code and saying like, look, this is what I did. Yeah, but overall decent enough. I was entertained by some of it, and I was also like it kept my attention still, even though some of the stuff was a little bit slow. Okay, true game devs use basic shapes to make the sprites. I don't know. I'm a true game dev, I think, and I paint and stuff. But all right. Let's true game devs code in binary instead of using an engine. Yeah, of course. Jan, please don't do mine yet. I'm going to shower soon. Alright, if yours comes up, then I'll skip it and try again. So don't roll a 1, basically. Alright. Let's see what we're rolling then. We rolled a 1! Okay, no, we're not gonna do yours, 8 Nano. Thanks for saying that. We're rolling a 3 then. Okay. That's by a certain Lethal Chicken, and this is the first time we have a comeback of someone's submission. We did this one already before, and I think, was it the first or the second feedback stream? I don't remember, but like this one is
I think
called...
it was the second.
The second one? Yeah, alright. So this one's called Ruptured, and Lethal Chicken actually updated this and improved upon things that I like think I was mentioning or noticing that weren't so good yet. So I guess that we're just gonna check it out and see how it goes. We got until like 15 past, roundabout. Let me know. Okay, that's your game, Marshy. You are Lethal Chicken. Okay, cool.
Yo, I'm head out. I'm gonna play some VR with River.
Enjoy, man. Enjoy. Okay, yeah, thank you, Windows. I want to open this indeed. No, you're saying you're not Lethal Chicken. Okay, whatever. Okay. Then I guess Lethal Chicken is again not present. Probably will be watching this after the stream when the video comes out. Okay. Nice. I think the menu is already a lot better. We have music in the menu, and we have this panning environment, and it always switches here. Like that's like the main mechanic also of the game, I think, where you switch between worlds in a way. That's a very nice menu. It's cool. We got some settings now, I think, or at least the settings menu has been updated. You got high scores. Okay, so the video is kind of placeholder, and then we got a master audio, and we got music. Why no SFX slider? Do you not have SFX? That's a little strange, you know. But what I appreciate is, yeah, look at that. I like that by default it's in the center, so I can adjust to make something louder or to make something quieter. Some games do it where everything is here at the edge, and this leads to when you just want to make something a little bit louder, you have to make everything else quieter. And that can be a little annoying. One thing that you could add to these audio settings to make it a little bit better is a reset to defaults button. So if I mess something up like that and I don't know exactly where they were in the beginning and I want to just reset it, I can.
And only because, you know, if he ever adds an SFX setting, please add a sound effect that plays every time you change it, because I don't like when I need to, go in the game and check.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
go
that's true.
change it.
Yeah, when you have an SFX slider, it's best practice to also have a sound playing every time you change it, so that you can try it out in real time and see what feels comfortable. Yeah, it makes me think that in our Glitchion demo we don't do that yet. But it's indeed a best practice. Control, it says. Shouldn't it be controls? I believe so. But this is also still placeholder. I guess you haven't got that yet. And then we got a multiplayer button? What happens when I... Oh, but it says coming soon. Okay, so at some point there will be multiplayer. That's interesting. Alright. Oh, your font doesn't support umlauts. Change this. This is a crime against Yan. Okay.
Yes, my favorite YouTuber, G.
Okay. Also add percentage signs for autistic people like ForeverLimbo. Okay, yeah, do that. Okay, let's actually go into the game itself. We got a chapter selection here, alright. And we got these arrows, they don't function yet, probably because I haven't reached certain levels yet. Chapter 1 is called Critical Error. And we got boot sequence, Ruptured, going up. I think I'm just gonna start from the first level again. Alright. Just to see what kind of changed in the game. Okay.
Strange, the main character, I remember last time was like a little man with the
Yeah, that
circle.
changed.
Now it's this little robot. Confuses me a bit, but I need to say I like it.
Yeah, I
It's
like it
pretty
better than
good.
what you had before. It's nice. Chapter title is a bit big. 890 says. Yeah, I guess the menu elements could have been a little smaller. Alright, and you can use space, but you can also use W, and you can use the arrows and use up as well. And I really appreciate that. I just want to say that's nice. Some games only let you use space, and I don't like that personally, so I'm happy that you also give us the up arrow for that. And we have variable jump height. Look, when I tap shortly, it's like this. When I hold, it's like this. That's nice. And I think your jump height is also consistent now. I believe that last time it wasn't. Oh, this is a... there was something... I don't know if that was... Yeah, look, when I run against the wall and then press jump, then I get stuck on the corner for a sec. And then you just walk onto it. That's a little weird. Maybe you want to see if you can fix that. Okay. Huge improvement from before. Yes, so far, really like this new intro better. Yeah, cool. Up arrow gang, I'm definitely part of the up arrow gang. Sign me up. Okay, so we have a box that we can shoot, that we can move. And the box, I think, the box graphics updated too. Looks nicer. Looks more like this game. Okay, and you can... Boom! That's fun. Oh my god, I like that with the little body parts. Yeah, let's just keep doing that.
That was like...
Look at that. That's cool.
God.
I actually really
I
like
love
this.
that. I will buy this game only to do that for like 10 minutes a day.
Oh my god. Hey, and it still runs smoothly, that's cool. Like, I don't have any slowdown or lag.
I think next time maybe it's better if he puts a cooldown there, because like at this point it's fun to do, but I don't know if it's really intended or stuff, or could start especially if you get to a point if the game starts lagging and you have no way to remove the object yourself. So, or you if you want to leave them, I think a cooldown is better, because there will be the point where it starts to lag and
At some
the
point,
player
yes.
can do nothing.
Yes, at some point there will be lag, of course. And I think I'm noticing a little bit of it maybe now. Maybe that's placebo too. But I think for that you can just have like a queuing system where you say like you put all of the objects that are spawned into a queue, and then once the queue is too full over a maximum amount, then you just delete the oldest object, and you can kind of stress test that for how many you can have, and then you can have no cooldown and you can have fun stuff like this. I actually like this. I'm not opposed to having no cooldown on that. I think it's kind of fun. Okay, so we have a box there and we can hold shift to pull it.
That effect was really nice, need to say. 10 out of 10 would do the effect again.
Yes, actually cool looking. This whole screen effect. I don't know how you did that, but that's pretty nice. Some kind of pulling animation would be nice, I think. Because right now it's not really visualized, it's like the box is following me. And yeah, I guess that would be cool to have just like a little bit of an animation there. Okay, so what do I actually do with this box? So guess I can get it up here.
That's some very detailed feedback about the death effect.
Oh wait, so I'm in this Ruptured world now, like I'm in the blue world. I can actually get back here. Look at that. There was a secret here. I didn't really understand what that is.
That's nice, you know, like reward the player for being curious, then the player will do like, that's nice. That's
okay, and that actually puts you back here as well. Alright, I hope I won't.
I like how sometimes when you create levels or things like that, you have to treat like your player like a dog, you know? You need to teach him doing the same thing over and over until he can do it himself. It's a bit strange.
Okay, I think my computers got stuck a little bit. But that's not your fault. My computer has been having some weird issues lately. I think I just really need to get a new laptop or something. Because sometimes it just gets stuck like this. So we might be here for a minute, sorry. I hope that the stream still keeps going. But we might be here for a moment until my computer gets its shit together again.
We can see your mouse, so yeah, the stream is still going. I think it's more of not like the computer itself, more like the software you've opened, because we can still see your mouse move around and stuff.
Yes, technically I would agree that it's the software. But the cause is my computer, it's not the software's problem, is what I mean. Because I know that my computer has been having issues like that lately where everything just randomly freezes up. So, yeah. But okay, okay, so this is like a half pass-through platform. Okay. Can get into that little hole. Maybe in the other world there's something there. There isn't. Why is that there? Why do you have this hook here? Oh, maybe it's to prevent you from just jumping across the gap or something? But it has this interesting shape where you think like, oh, maybe there's a secret inside. I don't know.
Yeah, it's strange when, you know, like I learned this from the Mario Maker 2 tutorials. So I'm kind of an expert. Yeah, it's better if when you add stuff to make it, you know, do something. Instead of adding an enemy, like if there will be enemies, but it's just an example, in an area with nothing there just to add something, just add nothing. It's better like that. If you add something and you do nothing with it, then the player is gonna move around trying to say, oh, what is this for? It's gonna, and then like it's gonna give up and go and feel like he wasted his time.
Yeah, things should have a purpose, basically, and like there shouldn't be like extra filler stuff, I guess. So you can walk back here now and collect this. Still, I don't know what it is. Maybe you should tell the player when you collect something like this. Tell me what I'm actually collecting there. Someone asked who made this. It's a person called Lethal Chicken. I guess they're not really called that. They just call themselves that. That would be weird to actually be called Lethal Chicken. Alright, cool. So you can do this mid-air too. Alright. They look a little bit strange when they're floating in the air like that. I guess you could imagine them being stuck to the wall in the background, but my comment is just like maybe you need to have some kind of justification for them floating like this, because they look like a doorway or something. So they look like something that would be stationary on the ground instead of in midair. It's cool that you can do it in midair. Just saying, like maybe you need some kind of justification for it, something graphical. Okay. Alright, so here we are. Cool. So, yes, we need to push this box. Your level design, by the way, does seem a lot better. And I think I've seen this before and it was kind of cheesable, like you could just jump up here because there wasn't a switch down here. Okay, hold on, I gotta... Oh no, okay. I gotta use this in order to get to the other side and push it down, that's nice. Okay. Cool, I like that little puzzle. You cannot pass by this enemy in this mode, but here you can. Just spawning some support in. Oh, okay. So they just kind of... It's fine to touch them, they just kind of push you against the wall, and if they crush you, then you die. Okay, just need some timing here. Like the level design a lot? Yeah, it's pretty cool. It works. Okay, so now we have a gun. But this guy doesn't pose any threat to me. I don't know, I think that's actually fine. He doesn't need to pose a threat to me. But hey, what's this? So I can shoot this guy, but he doesn't... Oh, okay, you have to shoot them in the back. So one principle of game design that I use in situations like this. Let me just show that again. Sorry. Now I have to go there again, but 1 sec. Just want to talk about something here. Look. Oof. Okay. This section's kind of tricky. Oh. Oh, come on. Okay, I need to figure out the timing on this. Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah, this jump feels a little bit unintuitive because you have to jump when that guy at the bottom is coming towards you, I think. But see, when I shoot them here, I would want some sound. So basically what I wanted to talk about is... Oh, hi, Mark. What I wanted to talk about is you shoot these guys and it doesn't work, right? There's just the same effect that is playing like on the walls. What I would suggest is have some sound, and that's the principle of negative feedback. Have some sound that shows me it's like clinging against metal. It's like clink, some kind of sound like that, so that I can tell these guys are armored from the front and I have to shoot them in the back. I think your explosion sounds here could be a little louder, could have a little more oomph to them. They're kind of really quiet. Like my gun sound is way louder than their explosion, and that's just a little shot, and them exploding is like a huge thing. So maybe consider making that a little louder. Do like a sound, like you should just do a little more sound for that wall switching would have been nice as well. I like how your save system even saves like the state of these walls and so on when you respawn at the checkpoint and so on. Feels quite solid. It's nice. Okay. I don't know what I just collected. I'm guessing it's a battery for my ammo here, but I'm not sure. Okay. Rupture, and we go up here. Cool. We get to use the central mechanic a little bit more. I think I made a mistake. Hold on, that was dumb. Yeah, what I wanted to do is, yeah, that's nice. Okay, you can like jump and rupture at the same time. All right. Collect this. Question is, can we get that box down here? I guess not. I guess that's kind of stuck there. Okay. But we need to open that door. Interesting little puzzle. And I think when I'm here and I'm pushing this box down there, I cannot get down there anymore. So that's a problem too. Does that box do anything for me if it's here? I don't think so. Okay, that's...
Can't you pull the box?
I can.
Like, yeah, go through the rupture, go through, then rupture again. Wait, no, then leave it there, rupture, then pull it back in.
Yeah, but the problem is pulling it down this shaft here is kind of like, I can show you. So I can rupture here. Is that what you mean here? Like going here and then here? I cannot pull it down here.
Oh.
That was the problem that I just had.
Wait, can't you just pull it in and then rupture, like pull it from the other side, pull it in the hole and then rupture, so you can go through it. Rupture now, so you can get out of there.
I have an idea. So maybe, I guess what I'm getting from you here is I could push it down and then do this, and now I can pull it.
Yeah, that was exactly what I was saying.
Yes, nice. Okay, that's a cool puzzle. I like that. Yeah, it took some thinking. That's cool. Wait, did I just screw myself? Oh, okay, no, now I can go back here again and do this little trick. Ah, come on. Okay. Come on. Alright, there we go. And now I can be down here and pull this over here. Rupture again, and now finally, woohoo! Okay, that was cool. That was a nice challenge. I like that. Cool design. Actually, you made huge improvements to the game, man. Like, this is such a massive change. It really feels like a proper game now. I don't know, to me before it kind of felt like a wonky prototype in a way, something where it was like, okay, does the developer really have the design skills to pull this off? But now it seems way different. Now it seems really like, I don't know, either you brushed up your design skills or the other one was just a really early prototype or something, but the difference is really night and day. So really appreciate that. That's nice. And I can see that a lot of the feedback that you got, you actually changed things. So that's really cool. Yeah, alright, that was not good. Oh no. Okay. This is kind of... This sort of jump is still pretty tricky, but of course possible. Oh, we gotta jump around the corner. Okay, we got some tricky platforming. It's funny how you can make them turn around with your shot too. Okay, alright. Nice. Okay. Hey, how do you get those? Interesting. Okay, it forces you to always be where you cannot go past things. Now we know that's dangerous. Okay, so... this is where you get... yeah, now you can always do it. Now you can always rupture. That's cool. Oh, okay. Oh, damn. Do I need to... yeah, okay, nice. So now we have this thing that really reminds me of Portal because of the colors. Right, with this orange and blue in a circle or in an ellipse kind of thing. Yeah. This project is so polished. Yeah, it's actually like I'm surprised how far this got since the last time I viewed it. Like you should check out the previous stream where I gave some feedback too, and it's just miles apart. Like it's way different. Like the core mechanic obviously is kind of the same, but that was also not the problem. The problem was kind of in various other areas. Oh, and I see now, yeah, the rupturing, not only gunshots, but also rupturing takes away my battery. So that's why I got so much battery there. And that's why I'm kind of really in a bad situation now. Let's just restart. Oh no, that's so far apart. Okay. I'm gonna try getting through this one section, and then I'll switch gears again, because we have quite a few things to get through still. Okay, switch, and try this section again. This one is tricky, man. Okay. Ah, no. Whew. That's a tough timing challenge. But nice, okay. Yeah, I got through this. Okay, let's check out this one last section and then we'll call it a day here. You really did improve a ton about this, I gotta say.
ForeverLimbo was asking if the game is fun to play.
Yeah, I'm having fun. Oh shit. Okay, wait, I'm out of battery. Let's just die. Okay. Yeah, alright. I don't know where you got your music from, by the way, but I just noticed that for such a long section, it's kind of on the short side, like it repeats a bit often, I would say. Oh, I can't get up there. Okay. Can I get up here? No. Okay, I guess I'm missing some kind of mechanic that I don't have yet. But here you can go further. Wait, what? What just happened? Okay, I seem to not really understand this yet.
Yeah, that isn't very good. Like, you see this thing go up and down. The first thing that went through my mind was like a portal of some sort more than a
Yeah, I thought the same actually. That's interesting. Oh, but I now understand what these blocks are. Like these blocks here, when you... Well, okay, I didn't understand that previously, but these blocks when you rupture, which I cannot do anymore now. That's a problem. Ah, okay. Damn. Okay, I cannot do anything. But these blocks, when you rupture, they turn off temporarily. Oh, you don't even have to shoot them, you can just do that. Okay, well, I think that's all the time that we have for this one. I gotta say, huge improvements. Overall, really cool stuff. Fun to play, I would say. I'm having fun with this. Yeah, just keep going. And that was only the first? No, that was like first I played through, right? And then that was like the second level that I even that didn't even get through yet. So you already have a lot of content. Like, let's check out one of the later levels for a sec. Yeah, see, like, and there's different features. Those laser beams look really cool. Yeah, what can I say? It's nice stuff, man. You really put a lot of work into it and made like huge improvements. Yeah. Gotta say, quite impressed with how much you got done in this time. Alright, cool. That's gonna be it then. Main menu. And quit. Thank you, Lethal Chicken, for sending that in. Best of luck with your game. ForeverLimbo says, would buy, to be honest. Yeah, this actually, like, yeah, I would say this actually seems like something that when you get it done, yeah, you could sell this on some like Steam or something. Yeah, sure, why not? That's cool. Thank you a lot for letting me try this. And if you want to play this, by the way, if you're interested, the link is in the description. It's Ruptured by Lethal Chicken. Okay, next one. I don't know if 890 is back again, or if not, like 890. If you're here, let me know when we can try yours. When number 1 is not banned anymore. But anyway, we're not gonna do number 1 now. We're gonna do number 2, and that's ForeverLimbo. Hey, this is a devlog that you sent in a little earlier today, and it's called Project Restart Resolute Devlog number 2. Okay. First thing I'm wondering about with this title is like, is this a project called Restart? Or are you restarting a project? It's a little unclear to me. But I'm thinking that you're restarting a project that is called Resolute. And it's your second devlog and you're already restarting. What happened? Okay, but let's... it's a short...
Hello everyone, my name is ForeverLimbo and I'm...
Hold on. It's a short 2-minute video, 2 minute 14. And it's something with like a car and... you can drive around in a prototype world. You restarted your project. Alright. Okay, let's get into it.
Hello everyone, my name is ForeverLimbo and I'm working on a game called Resolute.
Ooh, nice.
It's an indie cast.
You know what that immediately reminds me of when I see this? There's a game that is, I think, on Steam right now that's called Absolute Drift. And I absolutely suck at it, but I tried it out, and just seeing this kind of minimalist, low poly kind of car and this scenery from this kind of perspective, and the scenery is kind of like very minimalist too, just reminded me of that. And then with these like 2 drift markers that really looked like absolute drift to me. Check it out. It's like, it's supposed to be like a Zen drifting experience, but because I'm so bad at it, so ridiculously bad, it's not Zen for me at all. It's just like infuriating. But I think like if you're really good at it, then it might be a really chill, cool experience. And it has great music too. So I don't know if you, ForeverLimbo, know about Absolute Drift, But if you have never heard of it, then I would suggest to check it out. Just based on 5 seconds of watching this, I can tell that I feel reminded of it. You know Absolute Drift? Alright, cool. Okay.
I'm building a Unity game engine.
Unity, yeah.
Let's get into this week's devlog. Last week, I was feeling uninspired. Resolute had terrible performance, and the overall project was messy. But after a week of procrastinating, I got my...
That's interesting to think how a game like this, what we're seeing here, would have terrible performance. It really doesn't look like something that would be performance heavy. It's just one car driving around a prototype world. Reminds you of early access Wreckfest. Okay. Cool. All right.
myself together and started Resolute from scratch, which was actually one of the best things I could have done. I saw things I did wrong and improved on them. One of the main things you can probably notice is that the game's look has changed a lot. There are no more rocks or flowers.
So one thing that a lot of people who make these devlogs will do when it's not the first devlog of the game is to just give everyone who's new, especially like if you're small, that can be a good tip. Everyone who's new and watching one of your devlogs for the first time, because like if you're small, you're gonna have a lot of people who never saw what you did, right? So you wanna take care of those people who are new and give everyone who's new a 10-second introduction to who you are and what you're doing, like what this game is about. Like if you can just give me your 10-second elevator pitch in the beginning so that I can kind of understand what you're trying to achieve with this game, that would give me a way better connection to what I'm seeing here as a new viewer who has not seen your previous devlog. Because you're telling me I have restarted the project and I've done this and I've changed that, but I don't even know what your project is, you know? So I can kind of see from the gameplay, so it's good that you have gameplay footage in the background. I can kind of see what your project, what you're doing. Video volume, I can increase it just a little bit, not a lot though. But I can't really tell what your goal, for example, with this game is, or what your vision is and so on. Yeah, just keep that in mind, that there will be people who haven't seen the previous one, because that like honestly that would be terrible, right? Like if everyone who watches this has already seen the previous one, that would be bad, because then your number of viewers would be really limited by how many viewers already saw your previous things. So yeah, okay.
And you know what? I like it. Performance has skyrocketed and testing new...
Okay, what are we seeing here in the statistics? 500 FPS, yeah, that should be enough.
mechanics has become easier than ever. This is mainly because I can get to know the map instead of getting a newly generated one each time I run the game. One of the other main things I changed was the camera perspective, which is something that changed the overall feel of the game.
So
and
before you were isometric.
Serious, which I quite like. Due to restarting this project, I think I also got an idea of what I want to turn this game into. This comment by Neat Games to have some combat aspects. Really?
Neat Games. I've seen Neat Games around a bit. It's yeah, I know about them. Controls are cool. Controls look like they would be fun in a car combat game. Yeah, I could imagine that, where you could also like shoot rockets out of your car at other cars or something like that. But even without it, like I think it looks generally fun to control. I don't know if I would be good at it. Just thinking back to my time with Absolute Drift, which was an absolute disaster. But that was just me.
Spark something in me. I think combat mechanics will be very unique and might also be very fun. I'm of course not getting tunnel vision. I'm always going to keep thinking about other ideas that also might be fun, but currently this is what I'm thinking could be the main game. Like I said in some Discord servers, I'm feeling quite confident about releasing the first build of this game. Of course, Resolute is still filled with bugs, but I think the overall movement is super fun and would love to hear some feedback and suggestions on how to improve it. If you're interested in this alpha build, you can always subscribe or just keep visiting my channel to see if my next video has been released. Lastly, I would like to excuse myself for the terrible quality of the last video. My OBS settings were very off and the editing was rushed. I hope this video has better quality, and as you also might notice,
Yeah,
I've
video
added
quality
subtitles
seems
to
alright.
this video. This is because my English might not be good enough to always understand. So if you're ever having trouble to understand what I say, just use subtitles.
Actually, I'm understanding you very well. You seem to have good audio quality as well as you seem to be mastering the English language quite well, so I'm not having any trouble. I'm also not a native speaker, I'm from Germany, but to me it's fine. Seems alright.
Well,
It's great to have subtitles anyway, by the way. If you can afford to do that, that's great, because some people might also have hearing difficulties in general, or some people might not be able to play the audio because they're just on their phone on the bus or something like that. So yeah, it's a nice accessibility feature to your videos, I guess. That's cool.
that's all for this week, but before I go, I would like to thank Reddit user Nibbles Cookies for the silver award in my post in r/indiedev. Also, I would like to thank each and everyone that subscribed, as our sub count has almost
Oh,
doubled
you're
since last
Flemish,
video.
that's nice. Ah, plus 35 subscribers in a month, that's nice. It's cool when you get that. Oh yeah, well I guess plus 35 to a total of 35, that makes sense then.
Right, as our sub count has almost doubled since the last video. Anyway, that was all for me. See you guys.
Yeah, I like looking at those stats and see how it's going for people. It's not interesting to everybody, but it's nice that you're showing it off. That's cool.
Next time. Bye bye.
Yeah, short but sweet. I like it. You've got a good style. You've got a good way of speaking. It was edited in a way that kept it interesting enough. It's a short video, of course. Yeah, the main thing that I can say is like, give us a little more of an introduction at the start, and let us know a little bit more what you're actually trying to do with this, and what kind of thing it is that you're making, and maybe who you are and where you're at in your game dev journey or something. Like, for example, my friend Jonas Tyrola always does this, right? Where in his videos, like even when the video is not about Will You Snail, he always mentions Will You Snail in some way, and then he always gives you the elevator pitch. And in the videos about Will You Snail, he usually says like, I'm a game developer making his second game, and I'm documenting the entire process of making it, and so on and so forth. So yeah, but don't keep the keep the introduction very short, because you also don't want to bore everyone to death with it, right? Like, keep it very fast paced and so on. I think you already had a good rhythm to the video. Don't go overbearing on it. Don't give us your life story, but just a little bit, so that I can identify with you a little bit. That can be nice. Okay. Thank you, ForeverLimbo, for sending this in. I hope this was helpful to you. And guys, if you liked what you saw, subscribe to ForeverLimbo. I think the link to the video is also in the description again. Cool. We have 4 remaining videos. The crazy laugh. What? What did I think of the gameplay? Yeah, as I said, it reminded me of Absolute Drift, and I think a lot of people will like that. I don't know, like, to really tell you what I think of the gameplay is like, I would have to try it myself, really. It's gameplay. So far it looks like you've got some pretty smooth controls over your car, and you got nice drifting mechanics. That's what it looks like, but I couldn't really tell you because I haven't tried it myself. So I think it's a bit... I can tell you how interesting I find that, but I can't really tell you how I find, for example, the game feel and so on, because I haven't really tried the controls and so on. So yeah. Alpha build is coming next week. All right, Cool. I wish you good luck with that. I hope that the people playing it will like it. All right. We have 4 remaining submissions. I think all of those are games. So let's see. We got 4. Is 890 back? 890, are you back? Let me write like, are you back? Guess I'll just do it at the end or something. Alright. Maybe we'll skip number 1 for now because I don't know if the dev is back yet, and I think he wanted to be here when I feature his game. So we're doing number 3. Number 3 is Parasolled. I got this sent on Twitter as a reply, and it came with an installer. I had to install it. That's interesting for a little itch game like this. But I actually don't know how small or big the game is. So. All right. But yeah, Parasolled. As always, link is in the description. Let's check it out. Okay, choose your language. I think it's English or Russian. We're not gonna choose Russian, that's for sure. Okay. Cool. Press any button. But where's the any button? Play settings, about. Let's check out the settings. Okay, we got volume. Yeah, as I said, I like it when the volume starts out at something like 80% and then you can make things louder or quieter. And I like to have a master volume as well. Full screen is nice. Oh, gamepad. I'm gonna play with the gamepad then. That's nice. It's good to know that you have gamepad. Language in English and go back. Okay. Choose Russian. My brain can't process English anymore. I'm sorry, but I can't process Russian. Russian. Yeah, that was like a mix of saying the English word and saying the German word, which is Russisch. Yeah, my brain can't process Russian. Okay, and we have an about section as well, and you get some credits, and you get more games, which I'm not gonna get into right now. Let's just play. I like your menu, by the way, where it goes to different screens depending on which ones you select. That's a cool idea. The blocks look Will You Snailish? Yeah, with the kind of border going around them, the bright border. It looks a bit like Will You Snail indeed. Cool. Let's play. New game. Continue. Select level. Speedrun mode, which is you need to complete the game first. That makes sense, I guess. Who would do a speed run on the first run? No one. So select level, continue, or new game. I just want to play a new game. Are you sure you want to reset all your progress? I don't have progress. Yeah. All right. Maybe you want to check if someone actually has progress or not, because I don't have progress on the game yet. I haven't got any save files, so why would I be asked? Oh, 890, you're back. I was wondering when you would be back. I already rolled number 1, which is your game, twice, and I didn't go for it because I knew you would be gone. Okay, so alright. So we're a little slime and we can jump with A or X doesn't actually work on my controller. A works though. So maybe you want to adjust the button prompt there.
Laggy game.
Sorry, what? It's laggy?
CAG. Lag.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. Is the performance that bad? I don't know. Like for me it looks smooth. Maybe it's with OBS and everything recording. Maybe it's laggy on the stream. Oh, X for the PlayStation controller. Yeah, that's a little weird if it's that what you mean, because yeah, I don't know. Like the X is also blue on the Xbox controller, so it's strange. My voice is not lagging. Yeah, I think then it's really the game might have low performance when you also record it with OBS. I'm sorry, you'll have to deal with some lag. It runs smooth for me, just know that. But you might want to look into what's wrong with the performance. Maybe it's those lights or something, I don't know. Hello, Robotic Press, welcome. Lag, yeah, I know. I'm sorry about the lag. Can't do anything about that right now because I cannot change my settings on OBS while I'm streaming. But I'll still play through it, I think, and yeah, you might just want to watch your performance, because if it's a 2D game like this and it's lagging over OBS, then on weaker machines it might be even worse or something. How bad is the lag? I really don't know. Yeah, the game takes the resources, so OBS doesn't have enough resources to give you a smooth stream, I guess. But the way the game looks, it really shouldn't have to take up that much resources. Maybe it's also a VSync issue or something like that, I'm not sure. But yeah, at least the game runs smooth for me, but you might want to check that out. Oh, you can double jump, I didn't know. Okay. You can jump again. Ha, there it tells you. Okay. Alright. So far it's a pretty standard platformer. Let's see where this goes. Where else? So now we have the Parasolled. Oh, okay. It's a gliding mechanic. I wonder what else this gliding mechanic will give us. But yeah, okay, so these are PlayStation commands. Maybe there's a way to check what kind of controller I'm having. Oh, but you're already, that's nice, you're already checking whether I'm using the keyboard or the controller. That's cool. Nice. Okay, so you have some air currents. Oh, you have to collect the Parasolled for every level. I see. Reminds you of a Hat in Time. Isn't a Hat in Time 3D? Does a Hat in Time also have a gliding mechanic like this? Oops. Because of the umbrella. Do you have a gliding umbrella as well in Hat in Time? Or is it just because you have an umbrella? In that case, I would say it's fine to have an umbrella in your game. Like, it's just an everyday object. A Hat in Time doesn't own the trademark for umbrellas or parasols, as this game calls it. I think parasols is like an umbrella for the sun. Okay. Yeah, kind of tricky platforming section here. And I forgot that I can double jump, so that made it extra hard for me. Oh yeah. Pressed the wrong button there. But the game is generous enough to give me another go. That's nice. Okay, and I can glide down here. Alright. Is it still lagging as badly, by the way? Let me know. Will you slime in time? That's actually a nice game name.
Better.
It is better. Okay, then it might just have been the lighting in that one dark room in the beginning. Probably that had some performance impacts. Oh, damn. Okay. Try to move as slow as possible. Ah, okay, you can also move like this. Oh, cool. So this detects fast movements. Yeah, alright. I don't know if that really feels intuitive. I don't think so, because like, why is a spike wall, why do you have to move slowly underneath a spike ceiling, you know? It's like, if these were like enemies that I have to hide from or something like that, or some kind of light cone or something, I don't know, just something that looks a little more like it wouldn't detect me if I'm going slowly, but like a spike wall, I don't know, it doesn't really feel intuitive to me. It's a bit more smooth. Okay, that's nice. Not to be a grammar Nazi, but try to move as slowly. Oh yeah, it's an adverb. It should be slowly, not slow. Oh shit, I have to do the same thing again? Okay. Put trigger on... Put a tiger or a bear. Yeah, something like that, right? That's also what I thought. Oh, it is... Look, it is a bear! That's funny that you say that, because it is a bear. Look at that. It's a bear now. But on top it didn't feel as intuitive. But here, that's actually pretty cool. The whole thing is a bear. Look at that. That's cool. Some kind of creature. Anyway, that's nice. Okay. Alright, alright. Alright, nice. Okay. And that was a quick level. Okay, we got some serious Super Meat Boy vibes. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Ah, damn. You can probably speedrun this like hell, but I'm not good enough. Okay. I always forget that I have a double jump in this game somehow. Level design generally doesn't seem to care that much about your double jump that often. I can throw it? Oh, and it's like a spear of some sort. Wait, you can throw it and get it back as well. Oh, that's nice. Okay, what do I do here now? Can I like, throw it up? No. Huh. And you always throw it in... You always throw it to the right too. You can't even throw it left. That's an interesting design choice. Yan is demonetized. I'm not monetizing my videos anyway, so YouTube can fuck off. See, I did it again, I swear. YouTube can't stop me. I'm not monetized. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this to help you out. And to have fun. And both is true, so mission achieved. Okay, you can use another stick. Oh. Oh. Did the game ever tell you about that? I feel like I never had to use this. Maybe it should remind you here again that you can aim with the stick. Parasol of Justice, yes. Okay, got it. Okay, cool, cool. Right, then... Okay. Okay, what do I do with this situation? Because... Oh. Oh, that's interesting. You can just poke through the wall. Okay. Oh no, he said a bad word. Yan is cancelled. Enter the para dungeon. Oh no. Okay, so you can also kind of poke at walls with it. That's nice. Okay. Whoa. Poke. that's actually quite funny. It's cool that you can use this thing in multiple different ways. Oh shit. Whoa. Ah, no, I have to do it all over again. Okay. Okay. Yes, I know. You don't have to show me anymore. Okay, that was damn close. Oh my god. Ah! I pressed the wrong button. I pressed the wrong button and I think I threw the parasol instead of gliding. I forgot that there were spikes down there. Off-screen deaths. I think if you move the camera away from me, totally not showing the player anymore, then you might want to also make me invincible or both invincible and immobile so that I don't suddenly die off screen. Okay, so this section is kind of hard. But we did it! Yeah, alright. Yeah, nice. How much time did we already spend on this, by the way? I forgot to check at the beginning. I'm thinking we spent like almost half an hour already. 1 sec. I'm just checking something. Let's say we're gonna put like 5 more minutes into this. Oh, you can also aim with the mouse. Yeah, of course you can, because you can control it with keyboard as well. I'm gonna keep with the controller though. One problem with the controller controls is that you kind of cannot have your thumb both on your aim stick and the jump button, which is A. So I'm starting to wonder whether maybe you could add an alternative jump button, which is like the right bumper or something like that, so that I can still use all the mechanics of the game without having to cramp up my hand in some kind of weird way when I'm using the controller. Maybe something to consider. Oh. Okay. Oh no. Can't actually get it. Or can I? Seems to be kind of a close jump. Oh, actually, that's interesting. So I didn't get as far because I used the gliding mechanic. Interesting. Parasol craft. Parasolaria. Okay. Alright. I feel like the music was pretty much fine until now, but it's starting to get a little bit old. So I'm wondering whether you should maybe make the track longer and give it more harmonic variety, like a B section with different chords or something, or whether you should have a couple more music tracks and just play different ones for different levels or something like that. Okay, let's get through this. Okay, this is a spike ceiling again, so if I learned anything, then I have to get through it slowly. Okay. not moving, so that should be fine. Moving again. I don't know if I actually had to do that, but I think that's what it was before, so. Okay. Okay, so when it's down, I gotta go. Okay. Okay, that's opening. Nice. Okay. Alright. Slowly. Will you Parasolled craft in time generaria? Yes, that's what this game is basically. Okay, what? We got a bunch of buttons. One. Oh. Oh, 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 it's one of those puzzles. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay, what's this for? Nothing. It's weird that you have 3 buttons. Was that like randomized and I just got kind of lucky with this really simple pattern, or what was going on there? Why were they 3 buttons? Okay. No, that's not how you do it. Okay, we're gonna get through this one level and then we're gonna go to the next game. Okay. Okay. By the way, I gotta say, just as a little status report, I am enjoying this. Okay, now we can just go down. It's a fun game with unique mechanics. That's cool. Damn. Okay, it's nice that you added a checkpoint here. It's kind of tricky. Oh, what? Oh, I have to push them in the spike. Okay. Ooh, okay. Well, let's lure them over here a little bit. And then, yeah! Nice. Okay. What happens if you... Oh, I just wanted to check. I just wanted to check what happens and I get punished with death. It's randomized, okay. Then I just got a really easy pattern. Okay. So just go to the top and then glide over. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh no, I'm being chased. Yeah, let's get on to the next thing though. Fun game, I liked it. Yeah, overall feedback. Check the performance a bit in the dark level. Maybe you can find out a control scheme where you use the right bumper for jump or something like that, so that I don't necessarily have to use both the right stick and the face buttons. And maybe you can add some more variety to the music, just add a bunch of different music tracks for different levels, or just make this music track more varied by adding a B section that has different chords and just a different feeling to it, because I'm getting a little bit of listener fatigue after some time. Okay, that's the things that I think you could improve. Maybe for you could make sure that it at least picks one, like each button at least one time, and for the spiked ceiling, maybe you can have something on there that constantly indicates something that makes a little more sense as to why you have to go below it slowly. Okay, but it does look very polished indeed. Looks nice, it plays nice overall. Generally, yeah, pretty cool. Okay, so we are exiting. Thank you for sending this in. I had my fun. I hope you got some valuable feedback out of this session. Yeah. All right. Cool. You are welcome. I'm glad if it helped you at all. Let's go for the next selection, which is number 2. Okay. 890, at this point we're probably gonna do yours last. Even though I rolled it already, I think like twice. But you were gone. Okay, this is by Objectively Big Games, and that's another one that I played before. But this is basically, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Objectively Big, but this is the finished version, right? Like this is, I don't know, is this up for sale now or what's happening with it? Oh, you're in voice chat?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Hey, welcome. Cool to have you.
Yeah, the game's releasing in 3 minutes.
Releasing in 3 minutes. Okay, so everybody, if you like what you're seeing right now, you can go ahead and, I don't know, can you buy it? What's the deal with it?
Oh no, it's free. It's free.
Oh, you can just play it. Awesome. All right. Cool. Is there any way they can give you money for it, or is it just a freebie?
No, it's like my first game I'm actually publishing. I don't see the point in asking for money.
That's all right. Okay. Because on itch, I think you can do like a thing which is like pay what you want option if you set up any kind of payment. Then you might even make some. But anyway, let's try it out. Then this is kind of like the release let's play stream. And I already played it, of course, in the previous stream. I already played a previous version. So I'm curious to see what will have changed. It was already pretty polished, I remember, and I played it for way longer than the half hour that I signed for it.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I was just having fun.
The thing is like it's not like there's huge changes to the game or anything. There's a lot of balancing changes. There's now a level select and level saving and stuff like that. There's a couple more things that have been rebalanced, like for example, the final boss is rebalanced, the second boss is rebalanced, the first boss is rebalanced a little bit. I did implement a lot of the stuff you recommended. That whole list, I got to pretty much everything on there.
Awesome, man. That's what I like to hear.
And then I took a break for about 2 weeks because it was my Christmas break, and I would just been working on the game the whole time.
It's good to take breaks, man. That's totally understandable. I also did that over Christmas. I also really reduced my time on doing my game dev stuff and also this kind of stuff. I didn't stream at all because yeah, sometimes you just gotta take a break. That's important to take care of yourself as well. Okay, my PC, I just tried to open it. My PC is lagging a little bit. Here's where you can see like that it's definitely my PC and it wasn't like the game before when it lagged for a bit. So we just gotta wait for a little bit. I'm very sorry for that. I really gotta get a new one sometime soon. Haven't really looked for any models yet or what exactly I want to get, but it's becoming pretty clear that this one's not doing it for long anymore. So okay, now hopefully we can open it. Come on.
The game just released. Yay!
Crazy. Congratulations, man. First game release, huh?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I hope you get a few players. I know that it feels awesome when you release a game and people play it, and you get to see people's opinions and so on. So everyone, just like whoever's watching this, do me a favor and go into the description and check out the link for the blue katana after watching this and give it a play. And tell our friend Objectively Big here what you think of it.
Just curious, what do you think of the new itch page?
Oh, I haven't really looked at it much. Should I open it?
Okay.
I can take a look.
Yeah, no, it's completely different, and the new trailer is there too. It's just 10 seconds shorter and has no UI or anything like that.
Oh yeah, because I remember we talked about that last time, right?
Yeah.
Do you want me to check it out real quick, or should I just play?
Yeah, I think you could just play, but you
Alright.
could like check it out afterwards if you want.
Yeah, sure. Okay, very vibe menu. Yeah, it's a nice menu. Maybe have a little bit of dark gradients here, like some kind of box, but with like faded, so that the white stuff is like I can read it a little bit more with these squares going around. It can be a little bit hard to concentrate on the UI elements. Okay, we turn off the camera shake. Like last time when we had the camera shake on, it was just it was shaking all the time. Okay, but
That wasn't really too much.
okay, I'm just gonna keep everything to default. Seems alright. We're gonna play. Main and time. Time, I guess it's like timed mode or something.
Yeah, it's essentially speedrun mode.
And then we have part 1, part 2. Oh, is that normal here? That the I think that's supposed to be like 2 eyes, but they have no space in between them, so they're just clumped together as one thick eye.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna choose normal difficulty because I don't want to embarrass myself here. And we're just gonna go into the part 2 because I think I already paid the first part last time, so let's see how far we can get into this. The blue katana, oh yeah. You got such nice music in your game, man. You got a good musician.
Thanks. Joey's here somewhere. Oh
yeah,
wow,
I saw Joey in the chat. Oh, Jonas is here. Hey, Jonas.
That's scary. No, he's here. I feel very nervous.
You don't have to feel nervous. Jonas is just a friend, you know. All right. They can only be shot down. Oh yeah, I forgot. You change your weapons. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, switch to pistol.
Okay, so these are easier to kill with the katana, and the drones are easier to kill with the pistol. It is kind of a pretty fast-paced, hectic game.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you remember, but you do have a dash with your
Oh yeah, right.
And there's also the secondary attack with the gun.
Yeah, I've forgotten a few things, so it might be good if you refresh me here and there if you notice that I'm missing something. Oh yeah. I'm getting back into the rhythm again, though, I think. That's nice. Okay, well, I think that drone just killed itself or something.
Yeah, the drone, the splash damage from the rockets can hit it. You can destroy the rockets with the sword slash.
Oh, okay.
And also you can make them run into enemies, it's a good way to kill them.
Yeah, there we go. Large projectile, exactly. Okay. A lot of stuff is happening. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Okay, wait. Alright. Large projectile, come on. Don't I have another large projectile? Oh.
You need all your ammo to shoot it.
Oh man. This is kind of tough. I might be approaching this the wrong way. Maybe I'm just not doing it right. Oh, that's nice. Okay, there we go. Got it. Okay. Oof. Oh man, lots of projectiles. Okay.
Oh wow. Just took them all out in one sweep.
Yeah, right? That was nice. Okay, so oof. That's okay, I got another shot. try to take these guys down. One by one. And this one with the big one. Yeah, nice. Ooh, alright. Oh, what are these? Okay, they're little blockers.
Yeah, they're just different environment pieces.
Yeah, okay. Nice. Oof. Yeah, I gotta dash through those robots, I think. Oh, there's so much stuff going on. Oh my god.
No, those guys getting out the level again. It's weird because sometimes they don't get out of level, sometimes they do. I think it has something to do with the frame rate.
Alright, they're not supposed to like float.
No, never mind. They are. If you think they are, then yeah.
Alright. Yeah, shoot your camera. There you go. Okay. Yeah, they're totally supposed to float around. They're flying robots.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of flying, I think. Don't exactly know what they're doing.
No, you gotta fake it. You gotta say you know exactly what they're doing and this is intended.
Yeah, it's all in the lore that doesn't exist.
No, the lore is just too deep for people to understand it.
Oh yeah, just a reminder, you can destroy the rockets with your sword swing. You don't have to run away from them.
But they're so scary.
But they're pretty smart, I mean.
Alright. Dude, this level is kind of chaotic. Like, it's not bad or anything. It's just a little hard. Ah.
That'd be even worse with the camera shake.
Oh my god, yeah, imagining that right now. Oof, that's hard, man. Nice. Alright, yeah, those are big projectiles time, I remember. Line them up and do that. And wait, no, shut up. Come on. Line them up and shoot them. Yeah, that's how you do it. Okay. Oof, okay. Ah, okay. Is there any quicker way to select the gun or the sword other than using the 1 and 2 key?
You can scroll down on the mouse wheel and back up to the sword.
Yeah.
On the controller it's a little bit more intuitive because it's Y, you click down on the left or right stick.
Right. But then on the controller you have to aim with the other stick and that's harder.
Yeah, I managed to beat the game with only, I think, 40-something deaths on a controller, which, I mean, that's okay. I mean, that's actually pretty good. I mean, some of my friends, one of my friends, Tarek, actually beat the game on professional difficulty, where you only have 1 health. It took him, I think, 2.5 hours or so.
Oh my god.
And by the end of it, he had, I think, 1,500 deaths.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that in such a time.
It took him a while. I mean, at that point, the final boss is a little bit too difficult.
I think I kind of remember this level actually. Hold on, let me kill my...
Yeah, I think you spent a decent amount of time on it.
This level seems familiar. I think I know this. At some point you just get bombarded by all the projectiles by these guys. Ah.
Just a recommendation. Instead of using the big projectiles in those guys, it might be a better idea, like the big tank guys that shoot a bunch of bullets, it might be a better idea to shoot them with 3 light projectiles, because that reloads faster. When you shoot heavy projectiles, it reloads after about 2 or 3 seconds.
Oh, okay.
And also, this is something I added afterwards. It's not that noticeable, but if you don't like reload your gun and you switch to your katana, it automatically reloads for you.
Okay, that guy's done. Okay, that guy's also done. Now I just need to beat this final one. Ah! Come on. Okay. Ooh. By the way, I really don't have any way to read chat at the moment. It's like I have to concentrate on this way too much. This is such a high action game, so if something important is happening in chat, can you tell me?
Not me?
Yeah, sure. Just someone.
Oh my.
Someone
Messenger
with some
now.
voice. Yes, you are. I just promoted you to messenger. Oh no! Ah! Damn it. Okay.
Oh, watch out with those rockets, man. Try and destroy some with your sword since they're on a cluster. Don't like. Oh, no.
Okay, got it? Got it? Yeah, we got it. Okay.
Oh, did you beat the level?
I beat the level.
Oh, okay. It's a couple seconds behind.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
That might be my fault. Oh, yeah, no, now it's good. My stream was a little bit delayed.
Ah, I see. Yeah, there's always a little bit of delay, but I already got it set on YouTube to the shortest possible delay. Because I know that sometimes people hang out in voice chat too.
Just a recommendation for this level. It's kind of, I don't know if you'll be able to beat it without it, but because of like the large space, it's kind of good to like run around in like a circle, even if it's a rectangle.
That's what I'm doing right now.
And you
So maybe this
projectiles hit
works.
Each other. You're just kind of letting them.
I only
kill each
have
other.
one level though, one life though. So we'll see if I'll be able to beat it with this current run.
I think you will be. I mean, unless you get hit by a projectile. I mean, if you're constantly moving, it's difficult too.
Yeah, no, I got it. Okay. That
There
was
we go.
easier, I think, than last time. I mean, this is still a section that I think I kind of did last time already. So
Yeah, what I was gonna do is I was gonna give you the version of the game that has the cheat in it so that you can basically on the main menu if you press J, it just you unlock every level. And that was because I added in the level select. I added it in like I think yesterday, which was a terrible idea.
yeah, one day before release. Put a major feature in it.
Yeah, it was kind of like a glaring issue, and then it was even a bigger problem when my friend Tariq, when he was doing the speedrun mode and whatnot, right? And he took a break because it was like 10 p.m. where he was when he was on the final boss, and he tried again tomorrow, like the next day afterwards, and he had to play through all of part 3 again. He couldn't just go straight to the boss, so I thought at that point it was kind of necessary to add in the level select.
Yeah.
But the way that works is there's like a separate saving system with that. But also if you complete like a boss, or for example like one of your previous saves, it'll be sorry, I'm stuttering my words. It'll unlock all the levels, so that's how it works basically. So that's how like previous saves could work with this.
Ooh. Getting shot at a lot here. Oh no. No, I must not be hit. Oh, I was hit.
This level was a little bit difficult.
Yeah, I realized.
I remember a time when it was a little bit more difficult. You were surrounded by enemies on that island you started on. The islands around you were so far away that you would have to stand on the very edge just to get to them. It wasn't good. A lot of people died here, a lot. I think it's doable now. Like doable-er.
Yeah, I'm convinced it was doable before, but I mean, it's kind of hard, I guess. But oh my god, so many projectiles.
Joey is giving you a suggestion. He's the musician. He's saying that when the rockets come out, you should go into a different box. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but yeah. Thank you, Joey.
Yeah, it makes sense. I should really move around a little more in this level.
I don't know if that was intentional, but that rover just killed himself.
Yeah, I
His
saw
rocket
that.
just exploded on him.
I think a lot of things when I'm playing are not intentional, but it works. Yeah, beat the level.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Those guys getting out the level again. I play test, they don't get out the level, but then you play, they get out of the level. Great.
I am the great game breaker.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's even much I can do about it. The one, like, good solution is reduce the enemy count, but then, like, in that one level, those enemies, the dashbots, they literally just walk outside the level. Like, they don't even get pushed by other enemies. I don't even know what's going on there, man.
Yikes. Oh, man. Bit hard.
It's kind of good to get down on that platform with the two green guys and the tank guy straight away, because that's a lot easier to dodge that dude's projectiles.
I'm here now, and that does make it easier. Yeah, I did it.
Oh, nice. Knocked out of those rockets. Oh, I wonder who this is. It was CH. We'll never know.
CH. Yeah. I don't know. You tell me.
Dash out of bounds. Oh yeah, I remember that game. That's a good game. And then those guys got out of the box. They never do that, but now they do it now.
It's all intentional, man.
Yeah, no, they're just angry being stuck inside there. Oh, that guy even got in the level. I'm impressed by his determination to kill you. But he kind of failed at that.
Luckily, you have a pretty abstract art style, so it's kind of forgivable that sometimes, you know, guys float around outside.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it doesn't look terrible, I guess. I mean, you can still kill them. It's not like they just become unkillable.
Yeah, that would be a problem. If it was like a big gameplay issue, then... But mostly there's so much stuff going on that I can't even pay attention to all that.
It's just all... That makes sense, I guess. There are no rules. Watch out for the rockets coming down at the bottom there.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. You got a bunch of rockets there. Also, I'm not sure if you'll find the second boss easier, because this is the final level before the boss. But I did change it so you shoot him instead of hitting him with the sword.
That's, yeah, right, because you add the gun in this world, right?
Yeah.
Ah,
So it just kind of made sense anyways. I get down onto that middle platform once you get rid of the most of the enemies on the first one. Because
There's two robots there. I'm so scared of those. Okay.
Oh, well, they don't do anything besides shoot rockets at you, and they also kind of like roll away from you.
I mean the two. You're always calling them tanks.
Yeah, the one at the top there.
No, I meant like the two at the bottom. These guys.
Oh, those are rovers. Those are rovers. And the ones. Oh yeah, those ones at the bottom. Those guys are tanks. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
The green guys are rovers.
I'm a little afraid of those guys, so I don't want to go down there.
Oh well, you gotta be a man. You gotta go down there. You gotta face your fears. They're not all that scary.
Okay, I guess I beat them. Your suggestions, as always, were right. Who knew you had the right...
Do not die to the beast. Oh.
Yeah, died to like the last enemy.
I mean, I think you got the strat down. Cool.
Yeah, I got the strat from you, thanks.
You want to try and, when you're down there, you want to try and get both of them with a big projectile.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just gotta get down there again with any kind of health.
Yeah, you don't want to go down there with no health.
And right now I'm just always getting down to 1 health on the top platform, so I have absolutely no chance by the time I get down.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for those dash bots. Oh, you got them now. The reason is if you like finish your dash right as they dash at you, you're probably gonna get hit by them. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Okay, let's sit down there again and hit that. And oh man, yeah, tricky level. Okay.
I was tempted to add an easy mode. Was that a bad idea to not do that?
I don't know. So far, I'm still not like frustrated or anything, because the game is so quick and you can always just do it again, right? Like, you can always just get right back in.
Okay. Full, I think.
Generally, having more difficulty settings is usually a good thing, because it means you have greater you have greater accessibility in your game.
Oh, that's unfortunate to see.
And
Yeah.
then of course you can, like, if you really want to go into that direction, you can do things like an assist mode where the whole game plays back less quickly and that sort of stuff, of course. Like if you really want to go for accessibility with your game.
Yeah, I think maybe an easy mode wouldn't be a terrible idea, because it is a little bit difficult to get the hang of. It should be nice to have the option, I suppose.
But hey, I made it.
Hey, you did it! Fantastic. Alright, here it is.
Okay.
He has new and improved music.
Yeah.
Me this time, not Joey.
You made the music?
Yeah. I made this music. It's not as good as yours. Oh, yeah, here's the weird quirk with this guy. Essentially, that was basically a bug where you could dash into him, like dash onto his weak point, and when he went into his vulnerability mode, so when you're shooting the projectiles, you have to shoot it in front of him or just a bit to the side, essentially.
Okay. Let's see if I figure that one out.
I also nerfed him a lot, so on the first phase he only shoots 2 rockets, on the second phase he only shoots 4, so it's a little bit more manageable.
I essentially never need to look below me here, right?
Oh no.
So a fixed camera for this boss would have been better.
Ooh, that actually doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Because now I can't see his health bar, I can't see most of the boss, you know?
Thank you, that is a really good idea. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. I'm the good idea guy. Alright. Come on. Open up again. There we go.
When he becomes vulnerable, it's every 3 attacks, and that just stays consistent throughout the whole fight.
Oh, okay.
When you're fast enough, you can get 9 bullets in before he.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow,
you can kill
I'm not
him.
nearly getting close to that at all. Oh no.
Yeah, I made it so he's vulnerable for a tad bit longer.
I'm usually just getting like 3 bullets.
Well, you got 6 in there. Yeah, when dodging the bullets, you try to just run from one side to the other. Or like, if he's like on one side and you don't have room to run, it's typically best to like kind of slowly move so that, you know, like the bullets are kind of like moving with you, but not really, you know? I don't know if that was a good explanation.
I didn't really understand it, so I guess not.
It wasn't a good explanation. It's hard to describe, at least for me.
Okay, yeah, I got 6 in again. I'm getting the hang of it a little more. I say as I get shot to death.
Oh yeah, and also, he always does the same attack every single time, like to begin the fight. He just shoots the 3 bullets.
That's nice, I guess.
It was unintentional, but like when I realized that's what he did, I was like, okay, this is fine. This is good game design.
Yeah. Hey, I got 9 bullets in. I feel like such a champion.
That is great. And he's really low in health now. If you get 9
no, I died on the next test.
That's terrible.
There was the machine gun fire, and I didn't know how to avoid it.
Yeah, that's the thing I was talking about. It was a little bit difficult because you had rockets there, but if you don't really have room to avoid it, just like slowly move up to the corner. Because the bullets, like when they fire at you, it's like the rotations at the player at that time.
Yeah, I guess that was on me.
Oh no, it's okay. I mean, nearly everybody who ever got like trapped in a corner in this boss fight, it's not like that easy to figure out because they don't know how this boss works like I do. That's something else I kind of realized, that me playing the game on professional and being able to do it with like 50 deaths or whatever, and other people dying 1,000 or like 1,000 plus times.
Yeah.
A lot of that has to do with the fact that I know how the game works.
Yeah, that's the typical thing with game developers being super good at their own games. Oh no. Ah man, you can sometimes like really get into some unfortunate situations when he starts firing while you were already moving into a corner, and then he fires the machine gun fire.
I mean, you get down to lower health like more often than I think you were before. So
Yes, yes, no, it's starting to work better than before. I noticed that as well.
I still think the fast boss can be a little bit difficult though. I think that took a while as well.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh man. The thing is, you can be at full health, and one go of the machine gun fire can basically reduce you to 0. And I'm wondering if maybe like a little bit longer of a cooldown, if you even have a cooldown, I don't know, would have helped to mitigate that. Because that can feel like you can make no mistakes, you know?
Yeah, maybe lower his fire rate a little bit.
I think it's not even that. I think it's more like if you had some kind of cooldown on your... Like if you had a little bit of an invuln timer. That's what I mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got him. We got him. Yeah.
Oh, no, it's 3. It's 3.
Nice.
Fantastic. Look, at the tutorial, that doesn't have as much text as it did before. Believe me, these had way too much text.
Yeah, I can imagine. Knowing your previous tutorials.
Yeah, like having to explain every 3 steps, you know?
Yeah.
Every single
Alright.
game.
Everybody, I gotta make an announcement. We are now at 69 total views. Okay, that was the announcement.
Oh, fantastic.
Indeed. Alright, so the tutorial's at the bottom, up is the final test. Alright, explosion tutorial. I'm gonna look at the tutorial and then we're gonna finish this. And
Yeah.
I urge everyone to go and play this at the end of the stream.
Seems like it's been
links in the
nearly
description.
30 minutes exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to check out what you have in stock for us here. Okay, so we can, with Q, go and explode. And the maximum charge is 5 kills. So basically I have to kill people to charge my explosion?
So what it's teaching you here is that it does a lot of good damage against enemies like the tanks and rovers. It essentially is a more powerful, when you have it fully charged, it's more powerful than a heavy projectile.
Mm-hmm.
So you can like explode on them, and then it one-shots rovers as well, which is really handy.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I
Is
one-shotted that rover just then.
Oh, that's because you got a smaller charged explosion. The fully charged explosion.
Oh, do they look different?
Yeah, there's a smaller explosion, then there's a larger explosion.
Are they like binary in terms of how strong they are too?
What does binary mean?
So there's one version and another version.
Oh yeah. Okay. So like 1 and 0, is that
Yes.
what it is basically saying?
Yes,
Okay.
that's what I meant.
I'm not that smart.
So basically, you got one strong one when it's fully charged, and then you have a weak one at any other charge level.
Yeah, pretty much. Except no, you have to get to 3 before you can use it. To be honest, I feel like the small explosion is kind of pointless. I found because you never have a need to use it.
Mm-hmm.
But I just kept it in there. I feel like it would be better just to be able to use it at like 1 kill or something like that.
Yeah.
Instead of having to get 3.
Okay. Thank you so much for sending this in again. I did enjoy it. It's a fun game. Congratulations for your first release.
Thank you. Just curious, when do you think you'll check out the new itch page?
I can give it a look now. That's okay.
Alright.
We can take a little look.
Just a quick gander.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if we can actually find it. Ooh, I'm caps locked. The blue katana. Okay, we found a bunch of blue katanas, and maybe I should add a game to it.
I don't know. I don't think there's a lot of people searching for the blue katana game.
Well, I am.
Oh, you got the blue katana launch trailer right there. If you click on that, there's a link to the game there.
Alright, wait. So you're saying that there was something here?
Yeah.
Launch trailer.
The blue katana launch
Okay,
trailer.
so that at least has good enough SEO already that it comes up. Hey, let's take a little look at your launch trailer. That's been uploaded today, right? That's a new one.
Yep.
Okay. Let's take a look.
I don't know if I prefer it over the other one, but I mean, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's got a lot of action and it's got no UI. That's nice. Oh my god, that looked like it was raining blood or something.
Yeah, that's one of the final levels.
Oh yeah, that's a nice sequence too. Yeah, cool.
Another thing too, I did make the blue, like the name blue, a little bit of a lighter blue, so it kind of has a better contrast now.
Yeah, I noticed it wasn't as hard to read. Yep. That's cool. Oh yeah. Oh, I like that moving background. Wow, you got like a GIF here as well. That's cool. I like that. I like that you have GIFs and everything. It's a very cool presentation, actually. Nice. Assess your surroundings. Assess your arsenal. Kill everything. Yeah. And then a whole bunch of levels. Yeah, you got some good stuff here. The GIFs are very cool.
Thank you.
It's entertaining to just like scroll through and see what everything is and what it has to offer. That's cool. I like it. Yeah, I think you did a pretty good job.
Thank you.
Overall, yeah, that's nice. And then you got the download here with little install instructions. Pretty straightforward. And you got a soundtrack. Wow, your soundtrack's bigger than the game itself.
That is because they are WAV files, not MP3
I
files.
see, they're not compressed. Yeah.
The thing is I didn't want to bother Joey asking for WAV files because he would have to go in and, you know, re-export them and stuff. And some of that stuff was made like back in, I think it was September, because I wasn't able to work on the game for about a month and a half because I didn't have a computer. And so, yeah, no, it's been in development for a while now. I'm just happy for it to be finished. Yeah. So I'm not even sure if you would have those files still.
But yeah, man, it's nice. Overall, really cool. Jonas said something. Maybe the life counter could be a small indicator directly on or above the character. I understand why you put it there, but I feel like it's probably a better solution.
I wrote that down.
Maybe something you can try out. I don't know if I agree because to me, I could always see it. It was always in my kind of general field of vision, and I never felt like I needed it. So Jonas didn't really play the game, so maybe he should try it, because for me that wasn't an issue. I know that he's probably like, you should always put the health indicator on the character, because that way you're always focused on it. But I don't know if I needed it in this case. So personally, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that, but yeah.
Oh, thank you, Chair.
Okay. Yeah, Chair mentioned something. The dash reminds you of the games of WoW Jam 2, where you dash out of bounds. Oh, that and Hyperlight Drifter vibes with glow sticks. Yeah. Okay. And Dimastix says, I really enjoy the live stream. Thank you. I'm enjoying it myself. Okay, so we have two more things. One is by PhilDev and one is by 890. And we're gonna see if yours 890 is actually going to be the last one or not.
Alright, well, I'll depart for now. I'll continue watching the live stream.
Alright.
Thanks for playing my game.
Thanks for making it, thanks for sending it. I wish you best of luck with it and hope that lots of people play it.
Alright, thank you. Goodbye.
See ya. And here we go. We are rolling for number one, so 890, yours is rolled again and will not be the last thing of the stream. So last one will be by PhilDev, and this one is 890's game called 1DC. And the information that I got by 890 was that it's a programming game again.
Sorry for the echo.
Hey, who's speaking?
I'll just mute
Oh, it's you, 890. Yeah, welcome. Cool to have you here. You said it's a programming game, right? Like the first game you sent me.
Yeah.
I think I see kind of a pattern with the games you're making.
It's kind of more like my first programming game that I made. In that it's not using code, but just using like more arbitrary commands.
Okay, let's go into full screen mode. I always prefer that. Sound and music, shader. Okay.
Currently, there's no sound or music.
Okay. And language is also not a setting yet. Reset progress, and then there's something.
Well, no, there's only one language.
Okay. Reset progress. What happens when I click on that? it resets my progress, I guess. Okay. Cool. And it also reset my full screen setting.
Oh,
Voice logs or tasks? What is voice log? Is
no,
nothing
voice
right now?
log, like, there's none yet, but like in the next version that I'm right now just making, there will be like a notification icon, and you'll click there, and it will like tell you what to do.
Oh,
And
with
there will be
voice
an arrow
acting?
pointing to the task.
I see. Cool. Oh, I just noticed that Marshy and Robotic Hat also, or I guess that's Robotic Press, right? Also joined our Discord server. Thank you for joining and welcome to the server. Hold on, I was just clicking on a window outside. All right, so we have the thing again with like edit solution delete. Like that's basically like saying play, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, welcome to the 1-bit programming engine. Alright, so here you will craft craft programs to perform operations on a tape of values. Okay, so I will create programs that do something, right? That's what it's trying to tell me. I don't know what a tape of values is.
Like a string, a bunch of values.
Okay.
In a row.
I don't know if tape is the word I would use for that, but maybe that's a programming term.
It's like the official programming term, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I never heard it.
Everything in here is like made to be like official stuff.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. One thing that I can say right now is this. Okay, I guess there's like two things. This generally looks like a lot already. I don't know if you need all this stuff already at this point, or if there's a way you could simplify this, because right now I just have so much stuff on the screen and I'm a little bit overwhelmed because there are so many of these things to look at, and for someone who's completely new, I'm just telling you my perspective right now, right? It is visually a little bit overwhelming. There's so much stuff to look at that I feel a bit like, oh my god, this is really complicated. I don't know if I can do this. So I'm already losing a little bit of confidence when looking at this, just from a new player's perspective. But I don't know what the game's like yet, so I can't really tell you if you can even remove anything from the first.
I was really considering that, but I don't think I can, because this is like the most minimalist programming game I could possibly think of making, honestly.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at what it's gonna be. Maybe it's just the first impression that there are kind of like a lot of lines on the screen, a lot of numbers and letters and so on. But maybe it's not going to be as complicated as I think right now. Use the buttons at the top or the arrow keys to read this interactive know-how. Oh, okay, so I can basically switch through and go back again. Okay. It's the cursor, the shape of a V. It tells you which value on the tape is currently being edited. So right now we're editing something like an 11, okay. Alright. This is the tape of values marked alpha. Okay, so we have one row that is alpha and one row that is omega. You will need to manipulate this tape to be equal to the expected values marked omega. Oh, okay, so I need to make sure that these two are both the same. Yeah, okay. Alright, so far makes sense. This is the executor. Shape of an O. Tells you which command will be executed next. Okay, I don't really think I see what this is referring to.
Well, it's on top of the A.
It's on top of what, sir?
On top of the A. In the top of
But there's already a circle around it, so I didn't.
Yeah, but
really...
there's two because there's the
Yeah.
executor on top.
Maybe instead of having this icon here, it would
Maybe,
be
maybe
wiser
I could,
to have.
maybe I could have like some stripes or something.
Yeah, or you could have like two circles here and a letter in the center so that I can see like, oh yeah, it's like this. Know what I mean? Because right now it's like just one circle here and it's two circles here, so it immediately just looks different.
Yeah. Well, it's. Yeah, I get it.
Right, like if these two would look exactly the same, then I would immediately, when I click and I would see it's referring to this. So currently we're looking at the first thing at like number A, or at the command A, right? Like these are the commands and those are the values. Like that's what we currently have and that's what we want to get to. Okay. This is the tape of commands. Each command has 4 parameters on its right and a marker with a letter on its left. When an empty command is reached, the executor goes back to A. So when one of these is empty, then it just returns here and loops around, I guess.
Yes.
You can click on a command and change its type. Oh, okay. 3 types of commands: move cursor, set, and test. Okay, let's figure out what these 3 mean. The move cursor command moves the cursor left or right specified amount of times. The cursor doesn't move on its own. Okay, so the cursor, I imagine, is like this, and it will go like here or there. If you have that in the command thing. Okay, and then this one. Okay, sets, adds, or subtracts one value from another. Are clamped between 0 and 64 inclusive. Okay, so a value can be 0 and a value can also be 64.
Yes,
and
but it cannot be.
It cannot be 65, yeah, or -1. And the set command sets, adds, or subtracts one value from another. Okay, I'm not really sure yet, like which value it would.
It depends on the parameters that you set.
Okay, maybe I need to get into the parameters still. The test command tests one value against another. Okay, so the test is basically like an if in programming.
Yeah.
And if the test holds true, then it moves the executor to the specified marker. You can also try to use. You can also use it to unconditionally jump to a specific marker by doing test 0 is 0. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Program stops once you're at the end of the values here. And then alpha is tested against omega, and if they're equal, the task is complete. Okay. You can always view this and other interactive know-hows from the desktop. Okay. That's it. Get to work. Okay. So let's take a look at alpha versus omega, and I'm seeing that they're actually all the same at the moment. So all I need to do, I guess, is to move the cursor.
Just
or...
finish the program. And
right.
The program is when?
When you play it, or no?
No. Pop quiz from the tutorial that you just read. The program ends once.
Oh, right. The program ends once the cursor is all the way to the right. So what I'm doing here is I'm just setting this. And I guess. Oh, what is? So there's num and there's alpha. Oh, here I can enter a number, and there. What does it mean to be alpha?
The value of alpha under the cursor.
Oh, okay. I don't think that's quite self-explanatory. At least I didn't get it. Maybe I'm dumb, but I didn't really understand that that was the thing that it was doing.
Then what? How would you do it?
I don't know. I don't think you need to explain it yet, because I don't really need to know this for this thing. But once it comes up, I would suggest to explain it in a little tutorial message. Once you need it, you know. So I can just go... What happens if I go like really high, like... Hey, wait, I cannot... Oh, so the num block on my keyboard doesn't work here. When I try to enter values with the
numpad. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just see what happens if you go like way too far. Oh, success. Okay, so that works. That was one command par. Okay. Okay, but we didn't really have to add it to edit anything here yet, so that was just to kind of show you how you get to the end. Okay, so this is just add one. So now, see, this is something that you could perhaps even simplify from the tutorial. Right now, what you did was you kind of, and that might also have been why I didn't know how to finish the previous task on my own, because what you did was you kind of front-loaded your tutorial so that you have like a lot of text boxes at once, and I have to remember everything. But you have to understand that I'm a dumb first-time user and I don't know anything about this. And keeping everything in my head from just reading text is like keeping everything in your head from a lecture at school where the teacher just talks a bunch in front of the class. It's not very easy to remember everything. But if you change up your education system, basically, by telling me just what I need to know to finish a certain task for the first couple levels until I know everything that I can do, and then you can go into the puzzles. Then it's always a loop of read something, learn something, internalize that, and then try it out immediately. And once I tried it out, I have a way better chance to remember it than if I had just read about it and read about everything in sequence. So what I would suggest is, in the first level, I just need to move this cursor to the side. You, in that case, just need to tell me how to move the cursor. You don't need to, and maybe you can even restrict the functionality. Maybe in the first level, I can't even do anything else. Like I can't even use the other commands. I can just use only this, and I can only enter a number here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because then when you restrict it like that, I'm way more likely to actually remember everything and internalize it, because then I have already done it myself and I know how this works. So I now know exactly, okay, yeah, this works like that. I can move the cursor like this. But I already forgot again what these other things do. Like I can kind of remember, but I have to think hard about it at this point just in order to get it into my head again. So it would be way more effective if now, as a new thing in this level, you actually put the tutorial box just here that tells me about, I don't know, like probably not testing, but like setting, right? Like I think it's this this one. Alpha equals alpha. Plus equals, okay, yeah. And then you move 1. Right, and then I now get to use the one that I learned in the previous one, and that's a good structure. That's a good structure overall of the game. But I think that you could space out your tutorial a little bit more so that it doesn't feel like I have to read a novel in the beginning before I can even start to play, and it doesn't feel like I have to memorize a bunch of stuff when I'm in the third or second level. Right, so that's maybe just a way to make it a little more accessible. So the two commands I'm using, and I think we can just get through this. Oh, whoa. Okay, no, this didn't work. Oh, yeah, because I used alpha plus equals alpha instead. I should use plus equals 1. Hey. Oh yeah, I'm always trying to use my num block because I'm so used to that. Hey, why is this here? Okay. Alright, now we can try this again. Yay, we are adding 1. Okay. Nice, nice. There's a way to fast forward this. Okay, yeah. Cool. Alright. Cool, I got the basics now. Let's see how many puzzles we can actually finish in time. We got like, I would say about 15 minutes. You can use hotkeys and shortcuts to program more efficiently. Oh, okay, interesting. Hover over a spot for commands or parameters and press 1, 2, 3, or 4 to set a command or parameter. 4? Oh, oh, wait.
Oh,
no, it's not
for
1.
some of the parameters.
It's not 1. It's not the first one. The first one is like a backtick.
Yeah.
Why
well,
is it?
That's for the commands.
Why is it a backtick?
I just thought it would be more like the backtick is for deleting a command. You know, hover over it and it's like 0.
But a backtick is so hard to enter. You have to press shift and go to the tick thing.
No.
On my keyboard at least.
Oh, well, on my keyboard it isn't.
On your keyboard, is it like next to the 1?
It's to the left of the 1.
Ah, see, for me, left to the 1 is like this little up arrow thing that you sometimes see on, or that you use in chat if you want to put 2 smiling eyes. I guess that's the more common use these days. But like that up arrow is because I'm on a German keyboard, right? And I think a lot of people who are not necessarily using the QWERTY keyboard will have problems if you use as like default keys. You use these sort of symbols. So I would suggest to just go from 1 to 5 in this case, just for more international localization and accessibility. Just something, because not everybody knows that keyboards from different countries are actually different from one another, especially when it comes to symbols. And unfortunately also with the German keyboard when it comes to Z and Y. So our Z is swapped with the Y too, but a lot of the symbols are different.
It's not something I struggled with because the Polish keyboard is like exactly the same.
Yeah.
as the English one. So
I guess.
never internalized.
Yeah, just a little suggestion that maybe going from 1 till 5 actually makes more sense if you look at it on like a global level. Because people will now be like, what is that weird shortcut if they don't have that same keyword? Okay, set the marker of a test command by pressing the corresponding key, A, B, C on your keyboard. Oh, okay, so you can completely control everything with the keyboard too, I guess. Hold shift and click on commands to select them, then use the arrow keys. Okay. Hold control and click on a command value. Yeah, I don't think we need to get that deep into it. I think like for this little test session, I'll be fine using my mouse for things.
I think I'll put the slider.
But it's nice that you have all these little features and so on. That's pretty cool. I don't think like they're like necessary to play the game, right? You can play everything.
No,
okay.
They're not.
Okay, then it should be fine. Okay, yeah, you can go through these things as well with the F keys and to see your command count. Okay, that's like go back to work now. Again, this is something that I would maybe space out so that in between every message or so, maybe you require the user to try it, so that way when I do something I internalize it way more easily than if I read everything. Right now I already forgot about a bunch of the hotkeys, right? Because I'm a new user.
And what I was thinking of doing is just making it so you can do things with the tutorial open.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like if I could try this out immediately while reading these boxes, that would be a ton better. Okay, so we're setting alpha to plus equals alpha with this one. I think I already got that, so... Oh no. Wait, no, it's different. Hold on, no, that's not it. Okay, interesting. How do I start? Oh yeah, with this. Oh, right, because I need to set the cursor one to the one over, yeah. And now we can do this. Yeah, alright. Nice. Okay, success. Yeah, there we go. Okay, add the solution. Output each value modulo 4. Out.
Do I need to explain what modulo is?
I think, yeah. Sorry.
The remainder from dividing by 4. Like if you see in omega, they're all 0, 1, 2, or 3. If you divide 21 by 4, you get 5 rest 1.
Oh, okay.
So you output that rest.
Alright, alright. Let me see what we can do here. So... But we also cannot divide, we can only add or subtract. How would we get to division from just addition or subtraction?
It's quite simple when you know the solution.
Yeah, I would expect it to be simple because it's only task 4, but alpha minus alpha would just make it 0, so that's not it. We couldn't do anything with like with the test, right? Oh no, wait, what's this? There's more stuff? Oh yeah, because this is just like it's bigger than, smaller than, that sort of stuff. Equals or not equals. But I don't think that helps. Or does it? Because this is also just a number, just a single numeric value.
But you know, all of the values in omega are smaller than 4.
Yeah, they are. I know. Is that supposed to help me? I don't know. Oh yeah, by the way, one thing that I just got reminded of because I read chat and Unix said in chat that it does feel a bit threatening to look at first. And you need to simplify the first look. And then I just got reminded, you don't need all this stuff here in the beginning. You don't need so many commands. I so far, like in the first one, you only need one command on the screen. You would be totally fine with just a single command in the center of the screen, you know? And with the second one, you could just have like maybe 2 or maybe a couple, but like you don't need to have this much stuff on screen, and it doesn't need to look that intimidating. That was, I think, like that's the thing that is kind of making it look so intimidating. Is like, oh my god, there's so many of these. So if you just put a single one for the first task or just 2, then you also don't run the risk of people overthinking things, because they think, oh, I gotta use this entire thing and have to do like a really complicated puzzle right from the get-go, which you don't. You really don't. It's really simple. You just move the cursor, but then you can also simplify the UI to match that, and you can later go into this full thing once you don't really learn any new things anymore. But yeah, I'm really stumped on this. Sorry, I don't know what to do. Like, yeah, okay, omega is like always smaller than
4.
1, but smaller than 4, but I cannot test for omega. I can only test for alpha.
Yeah, yeah.
So like,
I don't know how to give you hints without just spoiling the answer.
Is there someone in chat who knows the answer, and am I just stupid, or is it more complicated? I don't know. Like, I would guess that you can test something if.
Yeah, this level requires you to test. So like if you get a
I already forgot how this testing works though. That's the thing. Like, if that, then move. Oh wait, you can move to a place. You can move to a command, right? Not move the cursor to a place, but you move a command. You move to a command. So
yeah. So you you click on the eye.
yeah. All right. So okay, and then I am now executing the eye if alpha. Okay, if alpha is bigger than. No, that also doesn't. That doesn't help me either.
No, but like if you have a value that's already below 4, then the remainder of dividing by 4 is just that value.
Yeah, that doesn't help me with the majority of the things here, but I guess that's true.
No, but think about it. If it's smaller than 4, then you can just go forward.
Yeah, so then I can just move on to whatever.
No, then you're completely done. Then you just move the cursor to the right.
Yeah, so here I can basically move. But
if it's not, then you have to.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm asking myself. If it's not, what do I do then? Because I cannot just divide.
Oh, it's so simple. Sorry.
Yeah.
You just have to subtract 4.
To subtract 4? What, like if I subtract 4 from this, then it's not.
Subtract 4, then test once again if it's smaller than 4. If it's not, then subtract 4 again.
Oh damn, you're right. Right, I can just go and go minus 4. And then it will go in here again and check, are we smaller than 4 now? Alright, let's try this. So it keeps subtracting until it's correct. Oh yeah. I don't think I would have gotten that without you telling me. I don't know, maybe that's just kind of my fault though. I don't know. Hey, I even got subpar.
Yeah, I just decreased the par by 1.
Any story or anything? There will be. Okay. Okay. So add the next value to each value, and then there's something you unlocked. You have unlocked accumulator slot beta. You can now select it where you could earlier select a number or alpha. Okay. You can use it to save values across multiple slots. Will stay the same. You can now also swap values when using the set command. And swap values when using the set command. This removes the need for a third accumulator slot. Swap values.
So like if alpha is 1 and beta then is 2, then you can swap them and alpha becomes 2 and beta becomes 1.
Right. I don't know if I really understood this beta thing yet. I don't know why this is like behind the line here and why it's kind of like at the end and what accumulator means in this instance. I'm not sure I understood that tutorial, honestly.
It's so hard to explain things to people. It's like a save slot. You save a value and then you can use it later.
Oh, okay. Why don't you just say that in the tutorial? Maybe you just need to give an example like that.
I thought it was obvious.
Yeah. No, you have to understand that people really don't know where you're coming from when they're playing your game for the first time. They don't know anything. You might have thought of all this stuff in your head and it makes complete sense, but someone going into it for the first time, really doesn't know what your like how your mind works. So you might like completely talk to them as if they're like a little toddler. But okay. All right. A lot of game design is communication and teaching, and that is hard. That is hard to do, and you need a lot of first play perspectives in order to find out whether your teaching is actually good or works, or whether it's
All of the playtesters I asked, like nobody commented on the accumulator slot being unintuitive. So
yeah, that's why I'm here. that's why I'm apparently like maybe I'm a little special, or maybe the playtesters you had were already familiar with programming games. I don't really play programming games often, so yeah, I'm just trying to let you know like what's going on in my mind when I'm reading this stuff. Yeah, and I hope that it kind of makes some sort of sense to you. I hope it's not too frustrating, but it's yeah, it's just, to me those things are not always obvious, and I know that it can be a little frustrating when something seems obvious to you and then someone just doesn't get it. But yeah, that's just, you know, I'm trying to understand it, of course, but sometimes something can just be a little bit abstract for me, and I need like an example like that. Yeah, we also like in our game Glitcher, and we also have some sections where we think we explained everything super well, and then there still will be players who need like an extra bit of like hinting in order to understand what they need to do in certain sections, and that's not even like a complicated game, or like not even like an intellectually that challenging game, right? Like it's like jump and run and stuff, but yeah, you sometimes have to really talk to your first time players like there was some kind of little kid you're trying to explain basic concepts of reality first, because this game is like, I'm playing this for the first time and experiencing for the first time. It's like I'm stepping into a new reality, and you first have to give me a reality check and kind of like let me into things, explaining them like you were explaining concepts to someone for the first time in their lives. And actually the way you explained it to me now, saying like it's like a safe slot, is actually really helpful, because it gives me something that I can reference that I already know from experience with my reality in the first place, and that way I can imagine it way more easily. It's just maybe just how my mind works, but I can almost guarantee you that for the average, probably even for the average person who plays games, maybe not programming games specifically, maybe that niche people already know those sort of things, but the average person will probably need those kind of hints and examples to from real life, so that they they can kind of internalize these things a little more intuitively to what they already know. But yeah, that's just my perspective. Maybe other people will tell you different things. That's just how I experience this. Okay, but let's try to understand what we need to do here. Add the next value to each value. Okay, the next value. Right, so I can see the pattern is like I need to add this to this. Okay. So that's where like a save slot would come in handy, I guess. So we need to move to the side and then save this, right?
Yes.
So we need to set beta to alpha. And then we need to move this to the other side back again. And then we need to set alpha to beta. And then we move again. And then we repeat. That's 5 commands. Okay, I think that should work. Maybe I'm wrong, but...
Spoiler.
Oh no! Something went horribly wrong. Okay, stop. What am I missing? So I'm going 1 to the right. I'm saving this to beta. So now beta is 10.
Yes.
Then we're going back again. Then we are setting it to 10. Oh no, we shouldn't set it to 10. We should like add it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, that works. Nice. Okay. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, like I think if you just tell me you can save values to be, it's like a save slot, like that sort of terminology, this kind of like as if you were just a guy talking to me instead of being some kind of text box. If you have that sort of language, I think it helps a lot to understand what you're trying to tell me.
I don't know, because it's kind of a dilemma, because I want the text boxes to be like, official sounding language because of story related reasons. And on the other hand, I want to be, intuitive to new players.
I think in this case, intuitiveness will be king because people will stop playing.
Yes, and like the same thing actually happened because originally it was supposed to be like the 1-digit computer. It was supposed to have like like display digits with like only 1 digit. Except that was just kind of like obfuscation and worthless. And it was the only reason I ever thought to put it in is because of the story.
Right.
But I think that the story is probably the least important part in all of this.
Yeah, it's probably less important than understanding how the game works, especially in the beginning, right? You can also like one thing that I could think of is like, so there has been a little piece of Celeste gameplay that I saw recently where I thought like, oh, this tutorial is really cool. And it was like some kind of, it was looking like a sort of PowerPoint presentation in inside the game. So you were going to a computer and then you were looking at like a PowerPoint presentation that was telling you how your next move worked. And that was also kind of playful and fun to watch, but it also looked like an official document, like it could have been given out by some kind of official post of the state or something like that. And it was still kind of entertaining and fun to watch, but also a little bit colloquial, and it didn't feel like it needed more official language in order to feel like an official thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe your concerns there for like I need to sound, I don't know, I need to sound like a boring tax official or something like that, are not really that valid. Okay, let's go for one final solution here, one final thing, before we wrap it up and go on to the last game, because I already streamed for like 3 hours now, so kind of want to finish it. So this one says output the running sum of all previous values. Okay, so basically what we have here is this one is this plus this, and this one adds this to it. This one just adds a bunch of zeros, but like here 2 is added again, and it's always added. Okay, so at the very beginning they're the same, but then once we move here, okay, so basically we always need to set beta to alpha, right? So now we have a 3 saved, then we move, right? So now we moved 1 step.
It's my boy.
And then we add beta, so we set like alpha to be this. And then we set beta to alpha again. Is it that simple? It can't be that simple, right? Can it? It's a 3 part, so maybe this already works. Maybe I'm wrong though. No, oh wait. No, yeah, this is right. This is right, because it's... Yeah. Alright, no, that worked.
Good job.
Yay! Okay. Awesome. Alright, thank you for sending this in. I hope you learned a bit in terms of explaining stuff to newcomer idiots. I'm sorry if it was a bit frustrating, but that's a first-time experience, you know?
Frustration.
Hmm?
That's game development in a nutshell.
Okay.
Frustration.
Alrighty. Yeah, thanks again, and I hope that with this kind of information from my playthrough, you can work to kind of space apart your tutorial messages a little bit and intercept them with some gameplay, so that I can try the things that I'm learning immediately, and to simplify your UI to only whatever you need on screen at the moment, especially in the early levels, and maybe to use language that is a little more likely to get your point across to someone who never heard of all these things before. Okay, but I think there is a lot of potential here for quite a few cool puzzles. When I actually got to solve a puzzle and I understood what I was doing, it felt fun. So like I can say, like I felt like, oh yeah, I'm doing this solution, it works out. I felt, you know, like when I'm solving things in programming and it works out, and that's a good feeling. So you're on the right track there. Just need to explain things a little better and have a little less intimidating UI for the first couple of levels, and then I think you're good to go.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
all right.
Thank you.
Thanks to you, and we are doing the final one. I don't think we need to randomize this any further, because only one is left, and this is by PhilDev. I think it's a tower defense game, as it says on the tin, basically. I think that was like Tower Life or something like that. I don't know. Links in the description again. You can try it out. Okay. Tower Defense Health is the EXE name, but I think like the game is Tower Life or something. That's the name. Right. We are waiting for it to load. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, Tower's Life. Okay. And we got an orc of sorts and some slimes or something. And we got some grass here. Also, by the way, hello Okbinotube. Welcome. Cool. Okay, so basically what I'm thinking of when I'm seeing this is like, these are probably like enemies on a path in a typical tower defense setting where they are walking down the path and you place towers and shoot the enemies or something. So we have tutorials, settings, map select, quit game. Okay, I think the volume is fine. Bit of a minimalist volume slider. Maybe having like 5 options at least would have been a little bit nicer, because this really feels like you cannot fine-tune it to your desires. At the end of the day, I think like a slider with more steps or no steps is better than only 3 steps. But also you have no way to mute it at all. Like you have no 0 volume option. And I think when someone wants to play with their own music running, or someone just can't have music running right now, then a mute button or a 0 option for volume is nice and appreciated. Okay. I'm gonna go into the tutorial because I don't know what's it all about with this game. So, open the shop with E. Okay. And then waves start immediately, so be prepared. Okay. Don't run out of lives, obviously, and press Q to speed up time. Okay, that's fine. Seems pretty much like a standard tower defense fair, but let's see. Okay, I can. Oh yeah, waves start immediately. I see. Okay, let's just put something down. Okay. Alright, but now the waves don't start immediately. So, actually I wonder what that was all about. Like, why did the waves start immediately if you already can pause it in the beginning, right? Like, you could just have given me a chance to just look at the towers and see what I can buy at first. Now I kind of hectically just picked the first option. I don't think it was like a bad thing to pick, but you know, just something to keep in mind. Like, why can't you just start in this paused mode and just let me press space in the beginning too? I think that would have been a little better as a first time experience. Okay, so this shoots downwards. Alright, so that would be a good placement here. Why can I not place it? Oh, okay, there. Oh, do I have to like actively click it? Or or why does this shoot now and this doesn't shoot? I don't know. The cannon's kind of a little bit loud. I guess it makes sense because it's a cannon, but still, it's a little uncomfortable maybe. Okay, this should not be a problem yet. It is the first level after all. I like that the cannon has a very clear direction, so it's not useful everywhere, but you have to kind of put it on top of this kind of place. Let's see what this does. A leaf spinner's 2 turrets spin around and shoot. Okay. Kinda wanna try it, I'm kinda curious. So this is like, you can choose where to drop a missile. Okay, so these are like the one-time use things. Blocks all turret projectiles and has infinite. I think it's infinite, like with an I instead of an A. Infinite. Why would I want to block turret projectiles? Huh. I don't know why I would want to do that. And then there's friendly bomb. Runs backwards along the path and explodes when it hits an enemy. Oh, okay. So these are like the one-time use things, and then this is something to block turret projectiles. I don't know why I would do that though. Okay. Maybe it would be a bit nicer if the cannon didn't like constantly fire with such a loud shot. Maybe it would be nicer if it just fired once there's an enemy here. I want to get this one because I want to see what it does. I'm just gonna wait for enough slimes to be killed. Okay, the purple ones are fast. Oh, what? Oh, this shoots in a circle. Oh no, did I make a mistake? Okay, I used a bomb. Oh, this spins super slowly. Oh man. That was kind of a waste. But now it's gonna be good because this time... Yeah, alright. But there are going to be some blind spots where it doesn't really hit anything. That's interesting. Whoa, what was... What? My tower died. How did that happen? I didn't pay attention. Huh. Why did my tower die? I really don't know. Oh, was it... Oh, that's why you would want to block projectiles. It was killed by my other tower. Ah. Oh, that's a problem. Okay. Okay, so basically what we want to do here is place this and then also place a rock here. Oh no, why can I not? I can't place the rock. Okay, I guess I can. Okay. Oh man, that's a very, very loud sound when something gets hit. That's very uncomfortable to listen to. Oh no, and enemies are getting through. Some of your sounds are just way too loud, I gotta say. It's very uncomfortable to listen to. I think that's when this is being hit. And it's very harsh. The noise is super... Yeah, who's like eating stuff? ForeverLimbo, you're like very audibly eating and it's a bit off-putting. I'm just gonna mute you.
Limbo, stop eating.
I just muted ForeverLimbo. That was a little weird. I can hear your ASMR. Okay. Okay, one more thing. I now placed this in such a bad way that this is always like hitting the rock. And I don't know why I couldn't place it like here, but I can place it on the path. And I think also this is hitting the rock, even when there's an enemy. The enemy is not being hit, but the rock is being hit. So there's some kind of weird collider stuff going on. But the enemies can go through the rocks, and that's very strange. I think you should just not be able to place the rocks on the path. And the rock... God, it should not make such a loud noise. It's really loud. And the rock... like, when you place something next to each other and you cannot place it, then I feel like you have to... yeah, see? Like, you have to give me a better feedback for that. And now I cannot change the placement of them anymore, so... it's kind of wasted space, and I also cannot demolish them. So I wish there was some kind of demolition feature, and some kind of, while I hover, some kind of, like, red overlay over the sprite when I cannot place it. And, like, an exact visualization of its collider so that I can see where exactly it's gonna be. So yeah, I think now they're just killing each other, so I actually placed it in a really, really bad way. But I also cannot change it at all, so... Oh yeah, now the cannon's also being hit by this. Oh no, I'm making some huge mistakes here, but... yeah, it also just feels to me like some of the usability could be improved a little. Make it more user-friendly. And again, it's a thing about negative feedback. Like when I cannot place something, it should clearly indicate that I cannot place it with a visual effect and a sound effect. And I think I'm basically losing here. But yeah. I would like to be able to move things for some small cost or something like that. No, this is very annoying again. Like, hitting something with your projectiles has a... Honestly, like, I'm just gonna be real with you here, it has a terrible sound. It's way too loud and it's really uncomfortable to listen to, so definitely change that sound. Speed it up a little. Oh no, is that gonna hit the other one? Oh no. Oh man. I'm playing this very badly, I feel. Doesn't always seem to register my clicks. I don't know why I cannot place it here, for example. Like, why do I have to put it down in such a bad spot? I don't want to put it down there. And your SFX, by the way, the volume of it is like way overpowering the music. And I think the SFX of these cannons here, it's just a little loud. The sounds need a lot of work. In Bloons TD, all the sounds are satisfying in a way. Here they feel repetitive and kind of boring. Yeah, and also they feel like really grating to me. Like they feel like I'm listening, I don't know, to a Merzbow record or something like that, if that makes sense to you. Like to some really harsh noise. Like, listen to this, it's just so busy, it sounds so aggressive. You don't think the volume affects the game sounds? Yeah, maybe it doesn't. But that would be a problem too, either way. Anyway, it's a problem. It's something to figure out. I think I might nuke these guys. If I can even get it. Get the funds for that. Oh no, the stone is being hit again. Oh, I think I'm doomed. Yeah, I'm not surviving that. Okay. I lost. Sure, okay. I can live with that. Yeah, so it's a cool concept that the towers can kind of hurt each other and that you have to be careful about placing them correctly. That being said, I would like some better usability, as in, like, tell me how big my collider is, where I can place towers. Give me some kind of negative feedback when I cannot place a tower, so that when I try to place a tower and it doesn't work, it doesn't feel like a bug. And sort out the sound, because the sound is like, honestly, it's like way too loud and uncomfortable to listen to. Yeah, I hope this wasn't too discouraging. I think these are all problems that can be fixed. It's not something fundamental in your design, I think that's totally wrong. I think it's just like figuring out the things that really make the usability of it hard right now, and figuring out how to improve your sounds so that they don't feel so grating and overly loud and so on. And even just like finer volume controls. Like this is really not good in terms of volume controls. Like having multiple sliders for multiple things, for music and for SFX, and then a master slider, and have them like stepless or with way more steps than you have right now, would just improve the experience a lot, because then I could just set my SFX volume to be very quiet and my music volume to be a bit louder and my master volume to be a little quieter, so everything would just yeah, feel nicer already. But I think you can already change a lot by improving the sound design itself, especially of the SFX. The music that you're using is alright, but I think the SFX that you're using could be improved a lot. Okay, yeah, I think that's gonna be it for tonight. Thank you for sending in your game. I hope the feedback was helpful to you, PhilDev. And I wish you all the best in the future with this game and any other games that you make. Alright everyone, let me turn on the stream music for a little bit again. Okay, so that was the final game of the night. If any of you have any sort of questions or comments, you can ask or say them right now. Let's read a bit of the chat that we saw here. You like the gameplay of the tower game, but could use some more towers to make it more fun and some more interaction. Yeah, I agree. You can always add stuff to make it more fun too. Too limited through currents, feels too limited currently. Yeah. Sitting down until you have enough money. Yeah, currently I didn't have so many ways to like micro manage things or to like interact in small ways, like for really small fees or something like that. For example, a small fee, like maybe half the price of a tower to just change the placement of a tower would be kind of interesting maybe to think about. Yeah, there could be some ways to give me a little more to do, or maybe like some upgrade system where you can upgrade individual towers for some kind of fee. Yeah. That was an amazing stream. Thank you for hosting that. Well, thank you for being here, Unix. Really appreciate you being here, everyone. Thanks to Objectively Big too, saying great stream. Yeah, really appreciate y'all. We are pretty much done here. Thank you all for watching and for hanging out in chat and for sending me your games if you sent something. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope to see you at the next stream too. If you want to get notified when that goes up, follow me on Twitter, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like this stream, and join our Discord server, which is in the description. You can see the link right at the top of the description, I think. When I upload this as a video, I will add timestamps for every game that I played, or I think it automatically uploads itself as a video, and I will add timestamps to the description then, so everyone who wants to watch it again or who wants to review where their game is, you can see that then. Okay, with all that said, I wish you all a good evening, night, day, morning, whatever you have right now in your time zone, and I'm gonna say see you at the next stream. Goodbye. Good night.
Goodbye.